What's up, everybody? Welcome to the WardCast. Every Saturday, we're here live for your viewing or listening pleasure to talk about what matters most: video game news, machinima, survival horror, and just games in general. For now, until it all dies. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich, Alec Funnel. What is happening? And Scott, aka Pokajaba.
It me.
It's me. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Have you guys noticed the whole
No.
retail space is like exponentially like shrinking lately? Like it has been for a while, but like more recently, it seems like it's accelerating dramatically. Is it just like my area, or like are you guys seeing this too?
Space
I
is infinite, Sean.
Yeah, oh, sorry about that.
I thought it was just my penis shrinking, but I'm glad it's nothing, something else.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like when you go to supermarkets and all that kind of stuff, I noticed that the video game sections go down. So there's the movies and music and everything. So yeah,
Yeah, it's not even just that. It's like just in general. Like not only are a lot of stores like shutting down, but the ones especially like the bigger like Walmarts and stuff like that, they keep doing construction and just kind of making their departments smaller and smaller and carrying less and less physical goods. And I understand it's because like Amazon and online shopping, everybody gets everything delivered at this point, but it's just weird, and it seems like it's getting more dramatic and just happening faster like recently.
Mhm.
At least in my area it seems like. But yeah, I was like just the other day I was in Walmart, and they were pretty much remodeling like the entire store, and like there were just big chunks of the store that they like gutted, or they would like move it from one part of the store to another, but it was like half the size. I'm just like, geez, what the fuck? And obviously one of those was the electronics department, and they cut it down by like half, and they almost purged physical media like entirely. Like all that's left of like their movies and stuff is two small end caps, and that's it. Like they used to have
Mm.
like a whole like half aisle basically. Now it's just two little end caps, probably just for like new releases. And then their video game section is literally just four, maybe 3 foot tall cases with front facing single video games. So they maybe have like, we'll be generous and say like 60 titles across two platforms, because they only have PS5 and Switch games. They completely got rid of their Xbox collection. So it's just those two, and they have like 60 titles, so about 30 titles a piece. Like that's nothing.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. It's like when you said Xbox, I'm like, well, I'm not surprised they've done it to Xbox because what they released lately.
Call of Duty.
Nah, who cares?
Wow.
Well.
He has a point.
Yeah.
Yes, I
fine.
do.
Alec, no. But yeah, I just it makes me feel weird. It's like another piece of like the world that I knew and how things were like growing up are just kind of crumbling away, and it's happening faster and faster, and I'm just like, existential crisis, help. But yeah, I mean, before we know it, I bet you like most of the world is just going to be like warehouses, and like everything is just done online. And I know like Amazon is doing that exact thing where it's like, I'm sure everybody sees the giant ass Amazon warehouses like fucking everywhere at this point, and they're building so many of those because they're literally trying to create an environment where you can just buy something and it just comes to you in like an hour.
Mm.
And like that's convenient as fuck, and people love to have things delivered. So like, why would they go to a Walmart or whatever when they can just have it delivered within the hour from down the street or whatever? So I get it. It's just like, no. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my partner brought it up that he went on Just Eat to go order some food or stuff because we were lazy, and he saw you can get stuff from our local CEX. It's like video game. They do other things than video games, but mostly video game store. And it was just like, well, we can't eat that. Why are you doing it? And why has Jazz turned into a solid snake?
She has become an Amazon.
One of 10 Amazon boxes in my room is trying to take over my
Wow,
life.
1 of 10.
Well, one of them is full of shit to go to Sean, but yeah, this one just.
Just have
coming
Amazon
after me.
deliver it.
Well, I mean, you could just deliver it to yourself.
Is Xbox an Amazon? Is
Everything's
Amazon
an Xbox, so is everything
yes.
an Amazon?
Sure. It's a good question. It's a good question. But yeah, that's my 2 cents for today.
I would say, Sean, it
Yeah.
probably is a good thing that, retail is going on one point. Because I don't think you got much room for more collections and stuff, have you?
I'll make room. I can always buy more shelves.
They're opening.
I'll buy an Amazon warehouse and I'll put it
Yeah, they're opening warehouses everywhere. You could just steal one
Yeah,
or order one on Amazon.
I'll just be my own warehouse, I'll contribute. There you go.
What do you mean none of it's in stock? I see it in that. No, that's my shit, sorry. Can't have it.
It's a one-way warehouse for me. But yeah, let's get into the episode. This week we're talking about the PlayStation Network going down again. Bad timing to be sure. Xbox classic games coming to PC. PlayStation shutting down inactive accounts, and more. We have a Machinima showcase, plus we'll be chatting a bit about the Machinima process with Scott here. Then it's game time with Ward Undercover and Game Face. Then we'll wrap up with Nobody Asked Us. But first, we catch up. Jazz,
Catch up.
how was your week? Catch us
Catch
up.
up.
I think we should just call this segment Catch Up,
Catch up.
because we catch up.
I'm gonna eat this segment.
Let's catch up.
I'm gonna eat this segment. Yeah, just to backpedal a little bit on what you said before.
Sure.
I felt that exact crisis that you're feeling now when Blockbuster went out of business, because that's where I got all of my DVDs. They'd always have 4 for $20, and you've seen the shelves of DVDs I have, so I started feeling oh shit, that means we're not going to be able to get as many DVDs, because there's not a lot of places you could just walk in and buy DVDs now. So it's just to go in and have a whole shitload for just $20. So yeah, I'm feeling that. I felt that when Blockbuster left. So it's the world is changing. Blockbuster's leaving us.
That was a while ago.
You
Was it?
Alec. I feel old every day of my life. That was a long time ago. But yeah, no. This week has felt like it was a very long week. But one more, and then I am on a week vacation, which means I might not be here next week. But for sure won't be here the week after. I will be out of the, I was gonna say country. I'll be out of town / province. Might as well be country, because Quebec has a mind of its own. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the cottage, and I've learned from the past that it's really hard, especially when there's people around at the cottage, to get away for an hour and a half, 2 hours to do the podcast on a weak signal. So it's better for me to just take that hiatus ahead of time and not leave it in doubt or not. But next week I don't know, because it depends. I might leave Friday, or I might leave Sunday, or I might leave Saturday after the podcast. So we'll see. I will let you know. But I did get to play some Vigigam this week. I didn't mention it last week, I forgot, but I have been playing. So on the PlayStation, they added Elastomania, which is this really shitty little game that I used to play on the computer when I was younger. And you're riding this dirt bike, and you basically only have the functions of drive, stop, and flip around. And so you have to when you drive your bike, it starts to wheelie up, so you have to go really easy on the gas, and you have to go through the levels, do these jumps, try to get the points, get around, not hit the ceilings, not hit the spikes, all that stuff. And it's really not like a super good game, but it was really addicting when we were younger. And so when they put it
Yeah.
on PlayStation, I was like, oh, like nostalgia. Let's like it's like that old ski game with the Yeti that comes grab you. Like it's just like you have to play it, even though you're like this. Like I'm gonna get frustrated. It's
Dude,
stupid.
that game used to scare me, the Yeti one.
It was so fun. You're
I
just
have
like, I can beat
nightmares
this
from
Yeti.
it.
I can beat this Yeti. And like you can't. It was just one of those nostalgic moments. So I played that a little bit, and I've been playing a lot of Aphelion. I really like it. I think I might have talked about it last week.
A little
But
bit.
yeah, it plays a little bit like Tomb Raider. And the story is really good. It almost made me cry a little bit today because you get really into like the story. But I think it's just because I was tired, so I kept yawning, so my eyes were really like teary. But it's a good game. I'm really happy. Like it. I was just expecting a game because it looked like my type of game, but the more I play it, the more I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going beyond my expectations, which is good because I keep my expectations pretty neutral most of the time. And I did manage to get a good glitch out of it this morning, so that was pretty fucking good. I went to like hook shot, but I hook shotted like last second, and so like I got to the bottom and she hook shotted, and then like launched like after I died, launched up in the air and like went like it was like really
It's
fun.
like low key one of my favorite things to do in video games is finding all the bugs.
Yeah.
And then just experiencing them because they can really
Yeah.
enhance the experience sometimes, especially in the older games for me.
It makes it so fun. I don't even have to look for them. They find me. Like I find them so often that I've titled it like Glitchy Rich or Glitch Raider. I always find that shit, and it's amazing.
They gravitate towards you.
Yep. Especially in new like fancy games, like like super big AAA games, and I'm like, oh, I broke it. Like I'll always message Sean like I did it. Like I still can't play Alien Isolations because I keep falling through the floor and just walking through the floor, and then I'm like, oh, I can't move anymore. I'm stuck in the floor.
Oh god, don't talk to me about Alien Isolation. I had a hard time with that one, and Westwood would agree as well because he struggled with that game. It's too scary for me. I'm not good with horror games. And
struggle
also
with the fear and the aliens, right?
Yeah, it's just something about that game really gets to me compared to other horror games.
I struggle with the ceiling, with the floor. I can't even get through the floor. I haven't even met an alien yet.
The real antagonist is the floor.
I can't even get through I can't even get to the aliens. But yeah, no, it looks like a good game. I just wish I could get like over the floorless lava, but in my case, quicksand. I do plan on getting back to it though. I'm like, what else did I play? I played some more Baldur's Gate because we recreated our D&D characters in there, and we've been playing that. Very little bit at a time though. And I Shayla and I have already, but with Shayla have finally finished season 1 of Arcane. So we are now Shayla is now caught up to season 2. So Sean, when you are ready, we are ready to watch season 2. Because I had told you that I would watch it with you guys the next time I rewatch it. Because I've watched it myself like a while back. Twice. So Shayla wanted to watch it, and I said I had told you that I was watching it with you guys, so I'm ready for both of you to when we're all ready.
Yeah, I'll just run through it real quick at some point when I get a chance.
To like refresher.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And I reinstalled League just because my brain has been there. So I was like, hey, League. And like I said, I got a couple t-shirts this week, and I kind of wanted to share them. I have finally not replaced, but I had a Die Hard t-shirt years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. It said yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, but like where it says motherfucker, there was like a bullet, so like censor. And on the back, it had the picture of the gun with like the tape on top of it, and it was
Hell
like one of my
yeah.
favorite t-shirts, obviously.
It's one of my favorite
and
movies.
Yeah, same. I have 2 favorite movies, and that's one of them, and the other one is behind me on the wall.
What could it be?
I like how that was perfect lineup right there. And so one of the 2 t-shirts I got has the logo with the Japanese writing at the bottom, which makes me really happy because it's just a plain logo, but like I like how if somebody knows the movie, they know what it is, and if not, you don't have to explain it because it's just a logo, so I can wear it to work.
I love
Doesn't
shirts
have
like
swear
that
words.
where it's like just subtle. So it's
right?
like, yeah, like if you know, you know. If you don't, it's just a t-shirt. Those are fun.
And then, having been born in 1988, the year of the Die Hard, I was looking for a 1988 shirt. The one I bought says 37 years of awesome, and I'm like, well, that was for last year, so that's useless. So, like I was telling Sean, I was trying to find a different 1988 shirt, and came across this gem.
Ooh.
So it's like super 8-bitty, like
It's
classic
cool.
1988
8-bitty.
party. Well, it looks 8-bit, like it looks.
Yeah.
And it's just like the fucking sickest shirt. Yeah.
You want to hear something really stupid?
And this one, because Free Willy.
I always want to
And
hear something
that's
stupid.
great.
Always. Please.
Oh yeah, we always want to hear stupid shit.
The only reason I play GTA 5 online is because I heard that you can buy the building they used in Die Hard, Nakatomi Tower, as your apartment in the online. So that's the only
crazy.
reason I ever played the online mode is
Is that
just
real?
for that building. Yeah, it's in GTA 5.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the city of GTA 5 like designed? It's technically LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that building is in LA. Like it's a real building.
Yeah.
It's the Fox Plaza.
Eh.
Forget Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they go there. Take a picture of me with it.
Funny you mentioned that. I ended up watching that episode yesterday.
It's so good. We're taking a detour. That's pretty much how I would act if somebody took me to that building. It's like, this is where they did this. Take a picture with it. But anyways, you mentioned hearing something stupid. And on that subject, Alex, how's your week?
Wow.
Segway.
Wow.
That was a segue. I don't actually know what a segue is.
It's a
Yeah,
vehicle.
something you ride on. Like a dick.
No, Alec.
Alec writes a lot of things.
Yeah. I played Power World and beat the new story elements that they put in for the 1.0 version of Power World. Yeah, it was alright. Me and my partner played all of it. We probably should have put the difficulty back up because we found it far too easy. And we're like, why is it so easy? And then he looks at the settings and like, But by that time we had already done it, so I was like, okay, well, we'll start from 0 next time we play it. But yeah, I watched a slasher. It was on Netflix. Like 3 seasons of it is on there. Netflix or UK Netflix or something. I don't know. It's kind of like American Horror Story to me, but without all the demons
American.
and stuff. I think it's Canadian
Sorry.
or something. I don't know. But yeah, I ended up watching
It's worse.
season 3 and then season 1 because for some reason I put it on Netflix and I was like, hit play and it played season 3 rather than season 1. But yeah, it's not really
Pull the Star
connected.
Wars.
Yeah, it's not really connected, really. There might be a family name that's connected in season 1 to season 2, but yeah, I actually quite enjoyed it. Yeah. I played new to me demo called Fright Train. It's a 1-player survival horror game. You play as this cartoon-style dog. You are in a train. You kick boxes to get coins. Coins are used to gain access to doors. Buy guns. You have to.
I thought you
think
said
about
this
your...
was a horror game. What?
No, he meant horror bowl.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, my
well,
bad.
Sounds like a
have to
cell
admit-
phone game.
I have to admit, I had to beat the tutorial twice just to try and get the grips of the inventory because, Jesus, that was complicated.
Sounds amazing.
I mean, I did record it, and I was just like, because it came up in a news story. It's like, do I want to talk about this? And I was like, all right, I'll download the demo. By the way, you can download the demo in Steam if you're so inclined. And as I was playing it, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with this game anymore.
You can
You're
download
really
the demo.
selling
I'm not
it.
gonna bother with this fucking game anymore. I had to
mean-
play the demo twice to get the inventory down.
The news article described it as a game like cross Resident Evil 0 and Star Fox. So I was like, all right, let's look into this.
Those are
Yeah.
two similar games.
And in Resident Evil 0, you're on the train for like 30 minutes to an hour. The rest of it's like somewhere else. So like, all right.
It was like a mix of Silent Hill and Animal Crossing.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. I'd play that.
It does actually. You dig a hole and you fall in it.
Yeah. So I'll be taking that off my wish list. I only just kept it on there in case I forgot about it. So yeah. I played Silent Hill 4. I played some Tekken Tag Tournament. Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs. Raw. And Lee came over today earlier, although I was asleep, so I couldn't let him in. And he gave me this.
Ooh,
Dementium, the board. So
that's our game.
yeah.
Because we all had
I've been-
dementia.
Exactly.
This isn't actually the first time I played Dementium the Ward because it is a Nintendo DS game, and I did actually play it on my emulator device. So,
Cool.
although playing it on the PS5, the controls are a lot more simple than this tiny screen with two screens moved around.
Yeah, so with most DS games, they typically design it to be touchscreen and dual screen. So like, did they rework it to work on like a PS5, or is it mostly the same?
I don't notice any things, but that's the thing with my little Retroid, is that the screen is touchable anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
it's fine for DS games. So yeah, I'll have to jump back on the DS emulator version, then I'll be able to tell you. But I got Fiber on the PS5 version, obviously, and yeah, I don't think you need to touch the screen. I didn't need to touch the screen; just press L2 and then hey. So yeah, it's interesting. So, and I know, you're getting a copy of it because Lee's kindly sent it to you. So
Thank you, Lee.
let's investigate the inside, shall we? So, get the disc. You get some silly information that no one's ever gonna bloody read, but there we go, it is. You can choose which front cover you want. The people holding hands or
People holding
Screaming
hands or screaming. Take
baby
your
thing.
pick.
Yeah.
That's cool they included
Both
the
those
original.
things.
I like that.
And then there is a little poster, which I haven't taken out because, yeah,
Look at them actually giving a shit. Physical version, a poster, double-sided
go.
cover art. Wow.
yeah. And I can't.
Nice.
Lee, will have to tell you how much it costs, but he said it was cheap. So if you're looking for a fun little video game and survival horror, pick it up. And yeah, that was my week.
Is that did that already exist digitally? Because like I never even knew that was a thing until I saw that they were making a physical.
It must have come out physically on DS.
No, I mean
I
that
think-
the remaster specifically.
I mean, it's not really a remaster; it's just a port, really. So
Whatever it
I would
is.
say,
When someone's buzzing.
Someone's buzzing.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I hope it's not me.
Oh, it could be my
It's the
mic. I've been
curse.
having mic issues. Did it go away for a
Is it better
second?
now?
Is it back now?
It's gone. No, it's gone.
It's okay, Alec.
I went-
Blame me. Everybody
I'm
else.
telling
all
you,
I-
it's me.
All I heard from you, Scott, was it's okay, Alec, blow me. So
That's a good deal. 25. That's especially considering you get
he
the
says
poster.
that's a good
and
deal.
everything.
25 to blow you.
I think we're on the wrong platform. We should be on something called Pornhub.
It always goes back. We can't avoid it.
But yeah, to answer your question, I think they did a port on Nintendo Switch, which doesn't surprise me because it came out on DS. So yeah. So would say Sean pick it up, but you don't have to. You can wait for it to be delivered from someone, and then you can pick it up.
Yeah, and I'll just have to go through, torturous unboxings to unveil it. It'll be fun. Just
Well,
as long as there's
speaking
no Marmite, all right? That's all I ask.
You know that's going to happen.
I know. It's gonna be like half filled with Marmite. I'm gonna have to dig
Yeah.
through the Marmite to find the game.
The game, I did tell Lee like ages ago, it's like you should cover a game in Marmite.
That would be cruel. That would make me sad to see that. Especially because it would go in the garbage.
But what if it's a game you actually want, and so it's a rare game? Like,
Oh, and then I'd have to clean it up. That would be so fucked up. Don't do that. That's just mean.
all right. Well, speaking of mean blowjobs, Scott, how was your week? And tell us
What?
about yourself, and tell us how you.
Do
Jumping
you have
my
something
blow.
to confess?
Um, oh God, how was my week? Well, for starters, other than turning into a human puddle because of the heat, really just a lot of work, a lot of editing, a lot of unexciting stuff. I do not lead a very exciting life, but a couple of months ago, I started playing a recent game, if you can even call it recent, because I haven't really been keeping up with games lately. But I've been playing the game Expedition 33.
Yes.
It's a genre that I'm not used to because I never really grew up with like Final Fantasy and those types of games. So turn-based combat games are like outside of my forte, but I thought I'd give it a shot because it looked like a very unique game. And I'm all for unique games in a landscape of games where everything kind of feels samey a lot of the time. At least I feel that way anyway.
You can remove the kinda.
They all fall into the same checklist of ideas, and yeah, they all just end up feeling the same. But then you have a game like Expedition 33 come out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, it like pops to the eye, and I was drawn to it, and I've been playing it these last couple of months, and I've been, very much enjoying it. I think it's a genuinely great game. It makes me want to go back and play a lot of the turn-based games that I missed out on when I was a kid. I haven't finished it yet though, but I'm guessing from where the plot is that I'm nearing the final boss, but because I don't know, I mean, I don't know if it is the final boss. I'm assuming it is, but I don't want the experience to end because it's so good. So it's kind of what I've been up to lately.
Yeah, if you like that, it's not as good, but you should go back and check out Lost Odyssey.
Lost Odyssey.
I think it's only
take a note of that.
available on 360, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out.
Didn't that have like 3 or 4 discs?
Yeah, I think it had.
Oh wow.
I think it was 3. Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
360 was still DVDs, so you couldn't put a lot of information on
3 or
those.
4 discs. That's unfathomable to Sony.
Mhm. Yeah, they would have a heart attack. They couldn't take that.
Straight up aneurysm. No, West, we're not talking about Silent Hill 2 Remake. You stop right there, young man. I don't want to bore these people to death with my tangents on that game.
Not a
So,
fan.
Scott, what do you think of Silent Hill 2 Remake?
God damn it! No! I was hoping to avoid this road. Yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of it. It's a difficult subject for me because I know a lot of people like it, and I don't want to like.
Well,
I don't want to shit on other people's opinions.
If you
about
had to
the
like
game.
bullet point it into like some key elements, like what would you say? Like what
Boring.
about it? Wow, all right.
Um, I mean, there's a lot of bullet points for that game. One of the bigger ones is the
But
fact
not a
that
lot of bullets.
one of the bigger ones is probably just the fact that, for me, when I played the original Silent Hill games, I always thought of them as being extremely unique. They did everything in their power to try and differentiate themselves from Resident Evil. But with the recent Silent Hill 2 remake, I feel like it's borrowed so heavily from the recent success from the Resident Evil remakes that have come out. And it almost feels like an identical game, if you don't include the story, just mechanically speaking. Whereas I felt like the original Silent Hill games, they did everything in their power to try and, separate themselves from Resident Evil, which is ironic because initially when they were being made, they were designed, Konami had it in mind that they would make a clone of Resident Evil, but Team Silent were like super sneaky and they decided to kind of take their own route and take a risk with their game. And that's how we ended up with the absolute masterpiece trilogy that we got with Silent Hill. Just they redefined horror in such a way that I feel like if some people bring up horror games, their mind will probably instantly go to Silent Hill because it's that powerful of an experience. But with this remake, it's just so similar to Resident Evil now because it's definitely taken the action route, at least I feel. It's kind of lost some of that specialness, I would say. But that's just my opinion.
I feel like that's kind of just like the industry, honestly. Like I don't even hold that too much against the developer because like we were just talking about, like so many games are samey these days that like that's just like how things are, It's like if there's something successful enough, then everyone's just going to copy it. And with something like Silent Hill, like it's already, kind of like you were saying, it's already kind of a copy of Resident Evil on some level, not it is, but it isn't. But so it was probably really easy for them to go that route. It's like the Resident Evil remake is this, it's doing well, people love how it plays, it makes sense, it's action, but it's kind of a mixture, so they kind of touch on both audiences simultaneously, and that was proven to be effective. No one wants to take risks anymore, so like it just made sense for them to do that. So like it just I feel like we've just kind of built that environment in general, and they just naturally went into that. So
yeah,
but I get that. I agree with you, and
I mean,
most
there's like a
people-
million other reasons as well. But like I said, I don't want to bore everybody to death.
This isn't the Silent Hill podcast. Not today.
Exactly.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Come back next week and we'll bitch about it. Anything else you want to bring up? Your dinner?
It was a lot of Marmite. I'm satisfied.
No.
Yeah, I need to play more games. Actually, Sean, you know that lovely collection of stuff you have behind you there in the background?
Yeah.
What if, and hear me out here, what if you allowed me to borrow your entire collection? I promise to look after it all and totally 100% would not use any of the discs for coasters or anything. But
Wow.
man, I need to build up my collection before everything gets super expensive because it's all going to get digital and I'm not going to be able to buy secondhand copies of anything anymore. So I need to, build up that collection.
Sure, come on by, take whatever you want. The door's open.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
I mean, at least that way your games will probably get played.
Ow. Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Brutal. I want to play them. One day, I hope. I'm
All
trying.
right, Scott, one last question before we go to Sean's week. What is your favorite video game?
Favorite video game? Difficult question.
Silent Hill remake.
Don't make me mad. I'm going to get angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's a difficult question.
It's not really.
Okay, it's a cheat answer, but you're just gonna have to accept it. The first 3 Metal Gear Solid games.
Right, now you're in my good books. Right, we can have Scott back out there as a regular. That'd be great.
Now.
Wow.
Look, it helps. You know, he's British as well. I can just go
What
around
does
here.
that
play
have to
Metal
do
Gear.
with anything?
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Alec doesn't like me, so he's
You're
not
not
to have a
British
second.
enough.
I'm Canadian and I don't like Metal Gear. Alec's like, bitch.
Yep, you're out.
Yeah. You like to survive. All right. Sean, how was your week?
5.
I finally managed to play a game this week. How about that?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yep.
it wasn't any of the ones back there,
Game
mind
of
you.
life.
No, those are mine though.
But yeah,
Remember
those
that.
are spoken for. So
It was Repo.
it was not Repo. Did we play Repo?
Yeah.
Yes,
This
we
week?
did actually.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
Like
Well,
right after the podcast.
I
So like this week.
So I played Repo. Also, I figured since there's a ticking time bomb on the over 200 game PlayStation Plus library I have, I'm going to try to at least play some of those before they disappear when I end my PS Plus subscription, which will happen sometime before January 2028 for obvious reasons. But yeah, the plan is to not necessarily like go through and beat them all because that's just not going to happen. But I want to at least kind of go through and just play a little bit of them, you know, just cause.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of sucks because a lot of those I got because they were stuff that I already have in my physical collection. So like I could just play that digital version and not have to touch my physical copy. It can just stay on the shelf and be pretty. But like that's going to go away, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, primarily I want to play things that I don't have, just to play some random shit, I guess, that I'll never end up buying. Or like digital only things, again, that I probably will never buy. But yeah, that's the goal. We'll see how far I get with that. So I decided to boot up the original Tomb Raider. I do have that physically, but I wanted to play the remastered trilogy. I've been kind of wanting to play that since it came out, and since it was part of that collection, I figured, hey, might as well take the plunge and go for it.
Yeah.
And let's just say the experience, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. Like, it wasn't bad or anything like that. I love Tomb Raider, but so the very first thing I'm hit with when I boot up the game is a literal 43-page end user license agreement that I'm forced to agree with before I can even boot up the game, which is not a great start. And of course I didn't read it because I don't have the time, energy, or care enough to do so, so I just skip past that. But basically you're agreeing to all the fun stuff. You can't sue them. They can take the game from you whenever they want to, and yada, 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 all that fun stuff. But just not a fun tone setter. You know, it's like you start the game and it's like 43 pages, read this. It's all negative shit. Have fun. So that's not great. And then immediately after that, it's an apology for being an offensive game from an era of barbarians, aka the 90s. So, been having a good time so far. And then we get into the game. And I remember Tomb Raider playing like shit. I mean, you know, let's be real, it did back then. Like just like Resident Evil played like shit back in the day. I love that. And I love Tomb Raider, but let's be real, it plays bad. And I know not long ago, Jazz and Alec, you guys were playing through that simultaneously and had similar opinions about the gameplay. You guys were kind of struggling to get through it. Yeah. The modern controls are kind of nice and help a lot, but like when you're doing the tank controls, the problem really with the tank controls is specifically trying to control the camera with tank controls while simultaneously doing tank controls with the character. It does not work, and it just doesn't work very well.
I don't like the jumps. It's like you
Yeah.
can't ever be like, okay, I think I'm further enough, and it's like you jump and you're just falling into a giant cave. You know?
I think that's more the case when you're playing with the modern controls, because the way that I look at the original, like, I guess trilogy, maybe even the first 6 games, is like the platforming is kind of like a puzzle where it's like it's about placement and like angle and stuff like that. So it's like it's just specific in that way. And if you think about it that way, like it works. But if you're just trying to run around and jump, you're gonna die. It's not gonna work for you. So you just have to approach it from the right point of view. But it still plays
All
like
I'm
shit.
hearing from
Just-
this is that there's not enough Marmite in the game, and that's why you don't like it.
There's that as well. The tutorial is ass. I got stuck for about 15 minutes trying to do a ledge grab in midair in Lara's mansion, and because like the way they do the tutorial is like Lara's talking to you and telling you like I should do that. If I do so and so, I can get over here or whatever, right? So you're just she's kind of guiding you through it, and she says press the action button to do the midair cliff grab. Well, they don't tell you what the fuck button is the action button. So there's that. That's not great. So you go into the options and you look at the controls and you'll see the action button is triangle. And that doesn't work. So when you press that, it doesn't fucking do what she's telling you it does. What actually does it is R2. That will do it. So all the tutorial did was like confuse me as to like what the fuck is the action button? Is it triangle or is it R2? Like I don't even. Now I'm more confused than when I fucking started. So it was an experience.
It's the Y button on your Xbox controller. That's what you got to press.
There you go. Well, that would be triangle.
Oh boy, Tomb Raider. That's one that I've always wanted to play. But you're not exactly selling it to me here.
I just like I don't even know if I could recommend like somebody that's never played Tomb Raider to go back and play it, because honestly, I think they would hate it and just be angry. But like since I played it back in the day and I'm kind of going back to it, I'm a little bit more forgiving about it because I know that I liked it back then and I kind of like that retro aesthetic and stuff like that. But as a new player, that's got to be a real rough experience. So yeah, I don't
The
know.
only amount of Tomb Raider I've played, I don't even remember which one it was, but I think you're in the mansion and you got this like creepy old butler following you everywhere you go, and like that's the only portion of Tomb Raider I played, and it scared me so much I never played it again because that butler was just like the stuff of nightmares.
You know you can close them in a closet, right?
I learned that years after the fact. I wish I had known that at the time, though.
I would say because like I played the originals and I played the more modern ones like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider, my Sims version. I don't know. I played them. I would prefer to play them rather than the remasters because I tried to play the remaster version and it's just like, okay, yeah, it looks prettier, but the fucking jumps still want to make me want to kill myself.
Yeah, I think this is going to this is another good reason that remake is coming out, because like that it's kind of needed for a more modern audience to actually enjoy that game, and it does look great in my opinion. But I mean, this isn't all laid out to like shit on the game. Like there's obvious like that you could pretty much say most of this shit about most video games from that era, like Resident Evil included. But it just it's hard to go back to it unless you can appreciate it for what it was back in the day. And if you never played it back then, that's a hard pill to swallow, I think. But I once I get acclimated to it and kind of get a rhythm, I'll kind of get back in the zone and be able to appreciate it for what it was. And I do like that they added the like the on the fly graphics conversion where you can go back to the original graphics like at any moment, like immediately without any kind of loading or anything. That's really cool and kind of gives you a good kind of gives you perspective as to like how things have progressed over the last 30 years and kind of what they were able to pull off with that remake, because it's cool that they like it still kind of feels like a old school game. Like it's not like a beautiful visually kind of redesigned game. It's still, I mean, it looks good, but it feels dated. But it's upgraded enough that it's leaps and bounds over the original. So I feel like the way that they did that is like a good middle ground for that, because it's like it does look way better than the original, but it doesn't look like super realistic. And if they had done that, I think it would have been kind of awkward with those controls. So they struck a really good balance. And just kind of switching back and forth between the two is just kind of really cool to see that evolution in visuals. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. for better or worse. And yeah, just outside of that, just working on Duel every chance I get. So one day I'll be done with that. And that was my week. Tomb Raider and apparently Repo. That's the bad thing about playing Repo on Sunday, because like it's after the podcast or even Saturday. It's like technically it falls into the next week, but it's also last week. It's confusing.
To be fair, we haven't played Repo or any game after the WardCast for the last couple of weeks, so it was good to play Repo again. So.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. That is a good point. All right.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. It's time for some news.
Ooh.
It's time for some news!
Xbox classic games for PC. You remember that ad where Xbox said everything was an Xbox? Your phone was an Xbox, your TV was an Xbox, your mum was an Xbox. Oh, now your PC can be an Xbox. Yes, you can now play a whopping 4 original Xbox games on your PC. If you bought digital versions of Conquer Live and Reloaded, Crimson Skies, Fusion Frenzy, and Blinks, you can play those games on your PC. Yay! You can play these games with 4 times resolution upscaling. In a later date, Xbox says you can get achievements for these games. Alright, great. What about those out there that still have the physical copies of those games? Can you play those on your PC? Well, no. What if I put my physical copy of Conquer into the Xbox Series console? You can play it on console, but you still can't get a digital copy of the physical game you have. So it is cool you can play those 4 games on PC, and more Xbox titles will be added in time, but so far it's only digital. Will Xbox physical to digital idea get better? We'll have to wait and see on that one, but if you don't have an Xbox console and you really wanted to play those games, then now it's an option. So, will you be spending money for a digital copy? Or will you wait and hope for physical to digital to get better? No.
Not only do I have it, but I have it with 2 books inside.
2 books? What? Why?
Because one's in French and one's in English. Canada. It came with my Xbox.
See, it's Canada's fault. Blame Canada for the downfall of physical because they had to print 2 books.
Yeah, we had to print everything with 2 titles because we're bilingual. So, yeah.
Someone out there bought the physical copy of that game. It's like, there's no manual. I don't know what to do.
And we're like, I have 2 manuals. And I'm not going to read one of them.
No.
Oh, suckers.
As much as I do love Conker's Bad Fur Day, I'm like, just because I've been going so much into emulation lately, like, if I really want to play the game, emulate it. Either on this or, I don't know, this PC that I'm sitting in front of.
Yeah, see, that's the shit I've been talking about too. Like, emulation is going to go away. These companies are not going to allow this to continue to happen because a lot of people think that way, where it's like, it's digital anyway. I'm just going to play it on my pirated handheld or whatever the fuck. Like, a lot of people think like that, and that takes fucking probably billions of dollars away from these companies, and they're not going to continue to allow that when their primary focus is digital distribution, because that's a form of digital distribution and it's taking control out of their hands, and they're not going to put up with it. So just putting that out there. Download your games today, everybody, while you still can.
That's
So
if the
these
server's running.
games, they say you could put the disc in your computer and play it on the PC.
No, so what I basically said is that at the moment, you can't take your physical disc and put it into an Xbox. You can play it on. You can play the physical disc into the play that, but you can't get a digital code from the physical copy. So, like, if you wanted to play it on your PC, you'd have to purchase the digital copy.
And then upgrade it.
Yeah,
Or move it over or whatever.
So what's the point of having?
exactly.
So why those 4 specific games? What was so exciting about those
They were
4?
probably the cheapest to do. They were
Yeah,
the
because this one
cheapest
came with the
licenses to
Xbox.
acquire.
Because this one came with the Xbox, so they were like, "Wow, people got it for free anyway."
See, when I was doing research into this thing, I kind of drive into it, and then I watch other YouTube news and videos, and like they're so excited for this, and I'm like, what's the point? Am I the only one that's thinking, what's the point?
I'm sure a lot of people are wondering that.
What is the point?
There is no point.
I mean, this is what I'm thinking in my head.
Dashing
It's
heroes.
Whoa.
Pretty dashing.
Pinkies. So what I was thinking is like, yeah, maybe Xbox could have a win here, because if they do have the technology, or they allow it, where Jazz, you could put your physical game into Xbox, and then you get a digital copy of it, and you can keep the physical copy as well. If they manage to pull that off, then great. But that's still very early, and it's just like, is it too much too late? Is it going to take forever to get to that point?
We'll
How-
talk more
Because-
about that later.
Yeah, how would I get this is for like the original Xbox. That doesn't do shit.
So the way I've tried to find out on research is that I think you can only do it with more modern Xbox titles. So like things that came out on this series, you stick that into the Series X or whatever, and then you get a digital copy of it, and then you can use a digital copy and play the Microsoft account, play the games on your PC. That's pretty much what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
So-
they've kind of been doing that for a while. Where with the Xbox, I think they started doing that on the Xbox One, like at the back end of the life, where
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
put like Xbox One and 360 games into it, and it would copy over, and you could have like the remaster. It wasn't even really a remaster; it just like upscaled it
Right.
or whatever, and made it playable on those systems. And then I think they've been doing that for a while, so it's kind of been a pre-existing thing for several years, and I think they're like evolving that more or less.
It's similar to
Yeah.
what you can do with the PS4 game, where if you have a PS4 game, you can download the upgraded PS5 version.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
a
thing
little
is,
it's a little different. Some of it is that, but some of it also would just upscale like older versions of Xbox games. It was like the availability of that was much more limited. Most of the
Yeah.
time, it would be what you're saying, like similar to the PS4, where it just upgrades it to like the equivalent of the newer version on the digital store.
yeah. But like for for Xbox, like that wouldn't serve me regardless. For this one, the most recent version of the Xbox I have is the 360. And I don't plan on getting anything more recent. And my computer does not have a disk drive, so I couldn't care less what this thing does for old Xbox games. Xbox just has
Yeah.
not been doing anything to. I've gone PlayStation and I've never looked back. I was like, Xbox, you fucked up on Halo 4, and I've never turned my back because Halo is what kept me to Xbox, and then they shat on that when Bungie gave it up, and I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 All right. Anything else before we move on?
Xbox sucks.
All right, let's go.
Sorry, Mom. Yes, that was my picture of my mum.
Wait, what? Oh, I was
Yeah.
wondering that. That was your mom?
Yeah.
Nice.
PlayStation Network went down again. Remember when Sony announced they won't be doing physical games anymore from 2028? That the trend is digital? Digital sells more than physical? Despite the sales counted were for digital exclusive only titles? Well, Team Physical got a win. A short win, but a win nonetheless. It's a win worthy of talking about because PlayStation Network went down with users not being able to purchase or download games or look up trophies or talk to friends for over 6 hours. Real smooth, Sony. PSN server is back up and running, although when it did go back up it did have some teething issues. The timing of this is very bad for Sony. So, do you think this was karma or do you feel bad for Sony?
Who would feel bad for Sony?
Sony kiss ass people.
Yeah.
They still exist.
Yeah.
You never feel bad for the company, just the people who work for it.
True.
Yeah, that's valid.
Remember Telltale.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Let's go back to the WardCast episode 1. Okay, here we go. Telltale.
Hashtag T for tits. Super pie crust turtle fuck.
Yeah, I fucking Sony, I swear to God. Why are they like this?
To be fair, Xbox had the server issue as well, but the only reason why I brought up the PlayStation one is because they recently said, fuck physical. So, whoops.
Yeah, I really hope that enough people are paying attention to this because like I'm always saying, you know, it's like you always have to look at like, you know, you can't just look at everything at face value because like it's going to get worse. It will always get worse if you allow it. So like not long ago Sony implemented this temporary validation period where like when you buy a new game it would give you like a countdown clock saying like you have like 30 days or whatever and then you're going to have to check in again to validate your game. And you know, like people were freaking out about that, and then shortly after Sony went on record saying, oh, this is just temporary, this is a one-time thing, you buy your game, we're doing this to prevent piracy. I promise you that was a reactionary response for PR reasons, and they will implement that down the road where that will be how they ensure that people are validating their games to continue to have active licenses, and if they don't do that you won't be able to play your game. So like they kind of showed their cards there. That's going to happen eventually, and that licensing check-in is probably going to shrink over time. So it's like 30 days and then it's 15 days and then it's 10 and then it's once a week, whatever you allow them to get away with. And it's going to get worse because they want you to always be online. They want you to continue to tap into their network and validate shit because it gives them control and it gives them reasons to pull access away from you. And they're going to do that if you let them. So, you know, when we're talking about like, oh, they, you know, you might look at this and be like, oh, their network was only it was only down for 6 hours. That's not too bad. And yeah, you could say that, but when you have to connect to validate your licenses and you have to be online to play some of these games, like 6 hours can be a lot. And what if it's a week? I can't remember the time frame, but there was not too long ago the PSN network went down for, I want to say like 30 days. It was a really fucking long time.
Yes,
where there was limited access throughout that window of time, but for the most part it was down. So, and like, what if they get hacked, or what if, you know, there's so many things that can happen that can shut down access to their servers, and when everything is tied to their servers to play the games that you bought, that's problematic, and it's something that people should consider when they're spending all this money on all these game licenses because you're not buying the games themselves. So like when they're having server troubles, that should be an eye-opening event where you should question like, is digital really okay? Like, is this really where I want things to go? Because there's a lot of room for problems to arise, and and obstacles getting in the way of you accessing the content that you should fucking have access to whenever you want. You shouldn't have access to it whenever it's convenient for Sony or whenever things are going well for Sony. It should be yours to play whenever you want. And digital is not that.
I feel like I've been put in a very precarious situation with all this because my PlayStation 4 died. I've just been skipping the PlayStation 5 and waiting for the PlayStation 6.
Oh no.
So even if they did enforce that stuff, if I wanted to go on my PlayStation 4, I can't because the thing's broken. I don't know if there's something wrong with the hard drive or whatever. But if I want to go on there and like validate all the games that I bought, I can. I have to buy like the full PlayStation 5 or something. I have to buy another PlayStation 4. So I'm kind of screwed either way, which kind of sucks.
That brings up something super interesting that we're going to touch on in a little bit. So we'll circle back around to this. But go ahead, Alec.
I would say because my PS5 died because of electric shut out, and I got it repaired. Thankfully, before PS5s went stupidly up in price. So I would advise you to take your PS4, take it to a repair shop. You know, even CX do repairs, right?
Yeah.
Take it there. You got
I should because otherwise I am going to get screwed later down the line. So it is a good idea.
No.
But I don't because I've got the PS5. I just jailbreak my PS4 and then I can play other games. And like, there are ways. Let's have an Otacon quote. There are ways playing games for nothing.
Yeah, and you have to be careful with that too. Remember, like Nintendo is being really aggressive about that kind of stuff. When you're always connected online, like they can kind of spy on you and see kind of what's going on your hardware. And if they can verify that you're emulating or jailbreaking their hardware, they can lock you out of your account and every game that you've ever bought. So
just don't ever log into your actual account.
Yeah, but what happens when you have to, or what happens if you accidentally, like it's dangerous. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, not just you in particular, but just like in general, when you're doing stuff like that, like as we go forward and things are getting like these companies are getting a stranglehold on digital distribution and how people access their games, like they're going to be looking at shit like this. So you got to be careful about what you're doing and what they're able to see you doing. So
I'm surprised I haven't been arrested at this point.
Yeah, you got to be extra fucking careful over there. You guys, like this shit, like in America, it's just like a slap on the hand and you can't play your shit anymore. But over there, you can fucking go to jail. Like, you guys need to be careful.
It's okay. He knows how to jailbreak.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to use this video later down the line in a court case against you, Alec.
Poor Alec. We're part of his
They're going to
downfall.
tell Alec he's going to get passed around in prison and he's like, all right, take me.
This is his plan.
I have dropped the soap. Clumsy me.
Oh no,
Look at
I'm
this
going to
emulator.
jail. Let me bend
Look
over.
at this emulator. Puts a bunch of illegal shit on the screen. My name's Alec Funnel.
Please come get me.
I live
at
at...
flat A, 1-1.
The video had my mom just now. She lives at...
Oh no.
How many fucking pedophile jokes have you made throughout 300 something episodes?
You've been outed, Alec. They're coming for you.
At the end of Dino's Stupid Crisis, I made a joke about the UK government arresting the producer, and I was like, I'm just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. Alec over here playing 4D chess.
He hears knocking on the door, and it's like, this is the police. Oh, he's like, okay. Just starts taking his pants off.
He's like, I'm already handcuffed. Come in. Come get me.
I've got the lube. Let's go.
Like, hang on, let me take this hat off. I can't lose another one.
Hello, hello, hello. Come on, straight in.
How big are the showers over there? Do I need to bring my knee pads? Okay, I'm done.
Are you? I don't know. All right. So the next couple things we're going to talk about, I didn't have time to put together videos for them, so we're just going to kind of talk about them. But I wanted to talk about these things. PlayStation took a page out of Nintendo's book by removing all its goodwill from consumers in one fell swoop. After taking a hard stance on digital media, pulling digital licenses, closing digital storefronts, and wrapping it all up with server issues like we just talked about, there's another major problem kind of lingering in the background with Sony. A few months ago, before PlayStation dropped this nuclear bomb, they quietly updated their terms of service in a way that makes all this even worse. Included in this update is a little detail that states PSN accounts that are inactive for 3 years will be closed.
Oh,
They
shit.
will issue you an email giving you a 6-month grace period. I don't know if that's included in that 3 years or if it's an extra 6 months, but even so, they'll give you 6 months to contact Sony to request for your account to remain open. But if you don't take action, your account and all purchases will be irreversibly lost. You must check in online periodically or this process will occur, which means if you're somebody who plays disconnected from the internet and you play games for 3 years, then one day you pop online to check something, or maybe it happens accidentally, boom, all your shit's gone. Through an update, just immediately gone.
That's a very articulated way of saying that I'm boned, basically.
Or let's say like you don't have access to your old email account that you signed up with, or that email goes into a spam folder. There's tons of reasons why you might fall into this category. Like you were just saying, I didn't even think about this, was, you have a broken PS4. So what if your PS5 breaks or whatever, and you don't have the means to replace it because they're fucking $1,000 at this point, and you can't afford that for 3 years? Oh, guess what? I guess you're fucked and you lose everything that you ever bought.
Thanks, Sony.
Yep. And of course, they're not talking about this publicly. This is just something they quietly updated in their terms of service behind the scenes. And this is the kind of shit that I'm fucking talking about. Like, whatever you let them get away with, they're going to. And things are going to get worse if they can get away with it. So be careful. Consider things like this when we're talking about digital. So as of now, this only affects players in the EU. Sorry about that, guys. But I would
They're not
expect
in the
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
left.
That's right. Never mind. You're good. But anyway, I expect this is going to roll out worldwide sooner rather than later. This is something they just implemented, I think, in April. So my bet would be this is something they're rolling out over time across, different territories. That's typically how these companies operate. They'll do it regions at a time or whatever, so it's not all at once, and then they can kind of quietly get away with it more when it's not a blanket thing that happens to everybody. It's like a little bit over here, a little bit over there, a little bit over there, and then before you know it, it's everywhere. So don't think this is just an EU problem. It's going to be everywhere eventually, probably sooner rather than later. And like I was talking about before, things like a 3-year window can and probably will drop to 2 years and 1 year and so on. So they can get away with it more frequently and easier. So, yeah. And when that happens, they probably won't make a statement about it. It'll happen in the background, and no one's even going to know until it's affecting them. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what sucks about this kind of thing, because the way companies tend to do it is they press us with these like smaller changes and they turn to bigger changes, but they get us to a point where we're so desensitized by these business practices that we just accept it. And that's the scary part. The acceptance of bad
That's
decisions.
why I always speak up about this shit and encourage people not to allow that. Like, again, this right here, you could be like, oh, 3 years, that's fine. That's never going to happen to me. No big deal. What's the problem, right? Well, it's not going to stay that way. And it's going to affect some people, and it's going to get worse. And one day, before you know it, it's affecting you. So don't let it get to that point. Like, call it out for what it is. This is not good. This is anti-consumer, and it's the wrong thing to do, and it's going to affect people, and it shouldn't be there at all. Whether it's 3 years or 1 year, it should not exist.
And then future generations will be born into it, and they'll just accept it as the norm. So, gotta speak up about it, guys. Gotta fight back.
Fuck the system.
I'm sorry, what?
Well,
I'm too old.
wow. I'm leaning on my cane over here.
I'm leaning on my
At least I won't be blowing to the cartridges anymore.
It's better than my day.
I had to hit this console a couple of times for it to start up again.
This damn
Funny
thing.
enough, My neighbor actually came out. I was having a cigarette, and my neighbor came out and had a cigarette. He was sat next to me. He was talking about video games and how he said his first game was Pong. I was like, oh, wow.
You mean the first game, you old ass?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I used to play Atari and all them games. I'm like,
My first video game was the calculator.
We could put digital numbers on there. It was
and
like
they
magic.
did additions and subtractions. It was amazing.
Subtractions.
he asked me, he's like, I need to play a new game. And he was like, I've heard a lot of good things about GTA 6. And I just went, no.
No, you haven't.
You have been
You were having a
misled.
dream. My first game was Pong. It was amazing. How is this GTA 6 I heard all about?
Oh, and this is
Does it
something
play like Pong?
I didn't even have on the docket for today, but that's another thing is Rockstar is releasing early physical copies, you know, because it's a code in the box. So they're releasing these early so that people can like get ready and install the shit to be ready for when it comes out and they can just play it. That's what they're saying. But let's be real. This is going to fuck over a lot of people that don't follow the news and don't know what the fuck is going on. They're going to they're going to see this on the shelf and be like, oh my God, GTA 6 is out, or, oh, it's out early, I'm going to get it right now. And they buy it, they go home, they open it up, it's a code, and they're like, what? What the fuck is this? And guess what? When you open it, you can't return it, and you're locked in. So that's not great.
What would be funny is if they go home, they complain about it online, they take a picture of their code and say, all I got is this. And then
Somebody else installed it. Yeah.
Well, no, and see, this goes back to the whole complacency thing that you were talking about, where it's like people are going to kind of go through that, and at the end of it, they're going to be like, oh well, whatever, I guess I'll deal. So they just install it and they deal with it and they move on, rather than seeing this as a real problem. But like, that's a good way to convert people into digital, right?
Yeah.
It's a very subconscious thing that people don't really think about, but that's really kind of what's happening there.
Mm.
You gonna get GTA 6, Scott?
Oof.
Don't.
I mean, if you asked me that question 2 years ago, I might have said yes, but in this culture, I'm not so sure anymore.
That is a great answer.
And in 2 years, when the game actually comes out, are you still going to say yes? GTA 6.
When it's still the same price on the PSN store.
Oh yeah, can't wait to start selling my kidneys to buy games. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Speaking of, I did see on the news that EA have actually released a sports game, like EA FC, some football game, and it's actually more expensive than GTA 6. It's like 150.
Jeez.
Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
For a sporting game that's going to be played for, I don't know, a year.
Yeah.
Because you can run on the sides of the field and stab hookers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll buy it for that.
GTA FC 2K28.
It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the lungs.
It's like, here's your Ultimate Edition of FIFA, with Century crowd noise, crowd chants that are definitely not woke. We love Prime Minister. He's not a wanker.
I do know one way to sell GTA 6 to Sean though.
Oh no.
Mod it so that all the pedestrians are Ashley, and then run rampant.
That would be pretty good. I would be tempted.
They're all
There's
like
gonna be a
Lady Dimistrick Duke.
And
I
then
just want to fuck up her name even worse every time.
You can throw Marmite instead of grenades.
Your car is shaped like Lady D's hat, and like the front has the big boobs, so every time you can hit everybody
Oh
with
my
it.
god.
You didn't realize there's probably mods or modders listing of that. Oh, I can do that. All right, let's
It'll
do it on
happen.
GTA
It would be really funny, actually. Like the bumper of the car is just her big ass tits. She's like big hat. think
Runs
that would be
over
funny.
something. Stupid man thing.
Oh my god. Why?
Anyways, we should probably move on.
Anywho.
This is getting banned.
This isn't news per se, more of a follow-up on the
Interesting.
whole prospective digital only. But don't forget that not long ago, Nintendo released a limited digital distribution of its Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a release they only allowed for a window of time and then removed. This could be another like really gross way to manipulate and control digital goods, is releasing them for a period of time for no other reason than to control the market, because that's all they were doing. There's no when it's digital, there's no other reason to limit how many people can buy it or for how long they have access to it, right? They're literally creating scarcity and FOMO in a digital market for the sake of creating it. There's no other reason. And that's something that can continue going forward, where because they're going to want that control, and they're going to want people to have the mentality of like, oh, I better get it while it's available, so I better buy it now, even though it's a fucking $100 or whatever the fuck, because like that's something that existed within the whole industry since forever. Is like, well, I can buy it when it's cheaper. I can buy it used. I can buy it on a sale. I can buy it whenever I want because it's not going to just fucking vanish. It's going to exist in the world. But like when it's only digital, they have complete control over it. They can do shit like that, kind of like Disney with its fucking movies when they put them back in the vault and then they release them again or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like they can just do that to control and manipulate how people feel about buying goods, digital goods. Because it's like, do you want it? Well, you better buy it now because it might not be here in 3 months. So that's a real thing to consider too as things go digital only. And another reason why they want to control that market as much as possible, to do shit like that.
Shit like that.
I think
Shit like
Alec is
that.
about to brew up a fart from the look of his face.
No.
Or he
I
already
just had a
has.
genius idea. You know those PS4s when they had PT on the downloaded things, and like when it got deleted, how many times people kept the PT on the PS4 and then tried to sell it off for like 400, 500 pounds or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
We should be buying these consoles, downloading games, wait for the service to go down, and then we sell the consoles.
Well, it depends. If they implement that process of having to validate every whatever 30 days, week, whatever it is, then that destroys that, which is another reason they probably want to do that.
You destroyed his dreams. Alec
I'm
was
sorry,
so happy
Alec.
for a
I'm
second
so-
there.
Sorry.
I nearly had
Yay!
another job. God damn.
Yay for destroying his dreams.
Woo!
Bastards.
Yeah. And another fun thing, The Witcher 3 is being updated to prepare for its forthcoming and final DLC. This update not only increases the minimum system requirements to play the game, but it makes it mandatory to run Windows X12, or Windows DirectX 12, I think is what it is, and use an SSD instead of an HDD. This update will break the game for some players, making it unplayable in some configurations, whether you download the new DLC or not. But updates are good, right? So literally, if you have an outdated system and you've been playing The Witcher it's been out for 10 years, so you've been playing it for 10 years, and then one day the update's out. It's a mandatory forced update when you boot up the game. Once that update happens, it's going to not run on your system because it's not strong enough to run it, and because you don't have the proper hardware with the SSD to make it work. But it's a game you bought 10 years ago and play regularly, and it's just taken away from you through an update. Isn't that cool? Wow. Thank you, Jazz, for the 469. Giggity.
Yes.
A little bit of buzzing going on.
Are you ready, Alec?
No.
Prepare your butt.
It's always
Prepare your anus.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, my God.
Huh? How about you take this instead? Stupid piece of shit.
Nice.
Thanks.
The fuck?
Everything's better with Pikachu murder. It's in the Bible or
To
something. I don't know.
complete destroying Alex dreams.
I swear that's become the favorite out of all of them.
I know
No, I
who
have
would have
nothing
thought.
against Pikachu. I just your dreams got destroyed. I felt like we had to complete it.
Oh wow. Okay. You need an extra nail in the coffin, basically.
So this is my last WardCast.
Wow.
Twofer! No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
Two birds,
Damn.
one Pikachu.
But yeah, any thoughts on that? That could be another thing that is kind of normalized, especially as like consoles are getting more iterative and more PC like with like there's the pro version and this version and they keep updating things where they could do that on consoles too, where it's like, oh well, we updated it so that it runs better on the pro, so if you don't, and now you can't play it on the regular version because we want it to work in the best way possible and run as smoothly as it can, so we've made it work better for the pro and it doesn't work for the fucking regular version anymore. Like that can be a normal thing that happens too.
Yeah, I
Even
was gonna
his regular
say.
version.
I was gonna say
Launch.
not everyone has a solid state.
Solid straight.
Oh yeah.
What?
Like I
Yeah.
mean, I got both, but not on this PC. On the other one, I got a solid straight. It's a thing now.
And that makes sense for it to actually be something that happens on the regular, where it's like they're making things have to run on a solid state drive for consistency, you know, because like I would imagine it's a completely different infrastructure to run on an HDD versus an SD, because everything runs so much faster. Like I would imagine they would conflict completely. So if they make an update like that, I would imagine that it would break the older version so you can no longer play it unless you have an SSD, which is what's happening here with The Witcher. But it's twofold. It's like, one, you have to have PC hardware that's new enough that can run the most current version of DirectX, which means if you have an older PC, that just can't happen, so you're fucked. Or you have to upgrade from your HDD, which is way cheaper than an SSD. So like that might price you out because you have to go and buy a $100 or $200 piece of hardware to be able to continue to play that game. So either way, not great.
What did it come out first on? PS3 or PS4?
PS4.
Yeah. Still not great. Not great.
Yeah.
Oh well.
More
like
problems
you-
coming down in the future, just to keep an eye on, just be aware of.
Yay!
Yay! Video games are fun.
Problems.
Xbox Helix is said to be Microsoft's next console and will function as a bridge between Xbox and PC gaming, retailing for upwards of $1,200. They are also testing a disc to digital function that links physical game discs to an online license. How do you guys feel about that?
It kind of links back to what Alec was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a bridge I can
Indifferent.
throw myself off? That's what I feel.
There is.
The bridge is an Xbox.
So is the water that you hit on the way down.
The way I look at it is like, because the Xbox One fucked up so badly, I stopped caring about my Xbox collection. I went back onto PlayStation, so I don't really have any Xbox games. And now that physical games are gonna get more expensive to get because they keep shooting themselves in the fucking foot, it doesn't make me want to think, okay, I should go back and go get the old Xbox games again, and then put them onto the physical to digital. And my point is that I don't want, if I'm going to try anything new out of all the future consoles, I'm going to go stick with Steam Machine rather than Xbox, because they might do well in the next term, but who's to say when it comes to the term after that, they switch the rules again and just like, fuck that. Ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, and that's kind of the moral of the story is like this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Like Xbox was trying to do this a decade ago and they just weren't able to get away with it. And now Sony is forcing this down people's throat with no turnaround in sight. So I can't imagine that Microsoft wouldn't be on board with this. Like, I mean, I could see them taking a stance of like, this is our chance to kind of earn back some goodwill by embracing physical in some capacity. But I mean, with their current struggles and them wanting to go this route for over 10 years, like I just don't see them embracing this with all, because there's so much money on the table there anyway, probably more money than they would ever make doing any amount of physical distribution, you know? So like they're going to just make more money by default by doing what they've wanted to do from the beginning. So like it'd be shocking to see them go any other direction than exactly what PlayStation is doing. And I feel like whatever this process that they're trying to implement with their like, oh, you scan your disc and you turn it into a digital license is like gimmicky at best. It's just a way for like the Joe Schmo casual gamer to feel, I don't know, some kind of validation on their physical library as they convert into a digital ecosystem. You know, it just, that's all it can really be, is just like a stepping stone into that anyway, even if it looks like they're validating physical media in some capacity because it involves a physical disc. I don't think that's what's really happening there. But I mean, they haven't really said too much about it, and it's just like a trial thing that they're doing, so who knows if it'll even be a thing at all. But I think people need to be cautious if they embrace something like that, because I don't think it's going to be what you think it is. So, yeah, watch your ass. They're coming for it.
Oh.
Alec, not in a good way. Stop it. And then I just got one more thing, and then we'll move on to happier topics. But yeah, Blood of the Dawn Walker developer. This is actually a good one for a change. Blood of the Dawn Walker developer Rebel Wolves confirms the entire game will be completely on disc. They recommend a day one patch, but state that it is not required. It'll just help the game run a little bit better. So they intentionally went out of their way to make sure that everything is on the disc and made sure that people know about it. And that is fucking great. Transparency and doing the right thing. That's what all these companies should be doing.
Finally, an ally, somebody we
Right?
can align ourselves with in
It's
these
very
dark
rare.
times.
And yeah, the game looks great too. I'm very excited about it. I think it's a good developer. It seems like they're going to be similar to Larian in terms of just like being a good, wholesome developer that cares about the community and also just happens to make really awesome games. And that's great. I love to see that.
Yeah, well, sign me up for
Fuck
sure.
yeah. I already bought mine. I pre-ordered it. I never pre-order games. So like that
Nice.
speaks volumes. But yeah, that was the news. Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo-boo.
Good job in finding a good piece of news.
Yeah, I did it, everybody. Be proud of me. I tried. But yeah, let's get into the Machinima Showcase. We're going to skip the video this week because we're running a little bit behind. But this week's showcase is from Gaming Scarecrow on YouTube. This is a collection of 2 short RE5 parody machinimas made 13 years ago. They have that wonderful old school internet flavor. It's a mixture of like really horrible quality and charming humor. So it's good to see those, especially ones that I haven't seen before. Yeah, and especially with RE5, you never see RE5 parody stuff like ever. I think I've only seen one ever.
Seen a
They're
few.
very rare. Has there been a few?
I don't think I've seen any.
Yeah, they're very uncommon.
Seen Welcome to Africa is really funny.
That's the one I'm talking about. What else is there?
What's it called again? Welcome to Africa. Let me
yeah.
write that
Yeah.
down. I'll check it out. Okay, there we go.
I can't remember titles, but I've seen a few of them.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure they're out there. It's just very rare to see them.
I know somebody was working on one. I can't remember what it's called though. But...
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard about that too. Nah. There's rumors floating around, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Wow, it's fucking better not after everything I'm putting
Wow.
into it. God damn it, you will like it.
You will like it.
You will like it, or I will find you. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like this is a dead channel. It's hasn't had activity for about 6 years. But like I said, it's rare to come across a RE5 machinima, and it just has that old school charm. So I wanted to feature it. And plus, since somebody else is working on a Resident Evil 5 machinima, I figured what better time than now? Am I right?
Yes.
There you go.
Can't remember his name.
Must be a real dick.
Probably doesn't have a.
All right. Here we go.
Come in, come in. Welcome to my crib.
Yeah, what a dump.
What did you say?
Oh no, nothing.
Ah, what's that smell?
It smells like shit in here.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's me. It's diarrhea or something. Oh shit. I gotta go. Oh, and can you please open the window before you leave?
Hey, listen up, you fools. This guy is the source of the bad smell in our town.
I just grew plants and they died.
We have reports of him killing his victims by suffocating from his farts.
No, it's just my feet.
I heard enough. Do it, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Ah, the smell!
Good boy, Jimmy.
So, who's up for watching the game tonight at my garage? Me! I do! Me too! Hello, I am Captain Josh Stone. Irving left this for you. Take a look.
Okay, let me see this. Resident Evil 6? Oh no! No! Oh! And there is Leon! Oh, my days of glory are over. I gotta find Irving to get some answers. Let's go. Hey, Irving, what happened to you, man?
You shot at me, and now I'm going to die? What? You have amnesia or something?
Oh, right.
So, when is this new game Resident Evil 6 coming out?
Oh yeah! Ha! The new Resident Evil game is coming soon. And you, Chris, your days are over. Ah!
Hey, I'm in the game too!
Oh fuck.
Takes me back to a different time. It's funny though because like just that time period where like machinima was like brand new and nobody knew like how to do anything, it just had this like charm of like experimentation and just like poor quality that's funny just because it's bad. It was good times, and it just kind of brought me back to that nostalgia tear.
Just a nice, just focus on the jokes and the voiceover and not worry about the rest.
No.
Yeah.
It's good times.
It's good time.
It is good time.
What year did that come out again?
It was 13 years ago, so what would that be? I can't math.
Long ass time.
A long ass time ago.
2013. Whoa.
Yeah, there you go. 2013. Yeah, 2013.
Damn.
Whoa. That
was
was
a while
too
ago.
fast math.
Yeah,
That's
why are you
because
so
I
smart?
grew
How
up
dare you?
playing the calculator. Was my favorite video game.
I think someone needs some more concussions.
I think you're being threatened.
I think I might have gotten one Thursday. I hit my head pretty hard
Ow.
on the stove. I tried to cook.
Yourself?
Alec, do me a favor. Do one of the games. I gotta disappear for a minute, and then we'll get into the rest of the machinima talk.
Load up Ward Undercover then.
Okay.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
Okay, nurse.
I don't touch nothing.
Who's this patient under the cover in my ward?
The fuck?
Yeah. Who are those patients?
It's 3 irons.
I know one.
No, it's not irons.
I have to full screen.
like I know that I know one, but it's like on the tip of my tongue. God damn it! I hate that feeling.
Sean has to poop. Isn't one from Mass Effect? It looks like a Mass Effect person.
Yeah.
I've never played the game, but it just looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is from Mass Effect number 2 to be more specific.
Damn it! This is gonna drive me nuts. Just the feeling when you know something but you don't know it at the same time.
That's literally
Kitten
my
is-
life.
Kitten, you're right. It is Riku from Kingdom Hearts, bed number 4. So well done.
It's number 2 Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Is it Final Fantasy 10?
Yes.
Damn it. Ooh, I don't know. Kitten, it's all on you. You got to get all these answers right for us.
I mean, she got bed 4.
Oh, if you want the
And-
names, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the issue. I can't remember any names. This is what I get for being ignorant.
Yeah, it's 3 from Resident Evil.
It is. From Resident
Is
Evil
it?
3.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh my god! I lost my goddamn sleeve.
yeah.
I lost my sleeve out there.
I lost my sleeve out there.
What's his name?
Sleeve guy. I don't know his name. You had me call everybody Mister.
Mr. Growls a lot.
His name is Kevin.
No,
Hmm.
he died in 1.
Does he actually have a name?
Yes.
I always called him Weird Guy in the fucking band.
He has 2 names, if that helps.
You know what? You can suck a dick, but I know you'd like that, so it would be a
Wow.
punishment.
Oh, wow.
Sean, save
I'm
us.
back.
I feel like you know what number 3 is.
Who lost his goddamn sleeve in RE3?
Dario.
You-
Fuck.
Dario
Is that
fuck.
his name?
Yeah,
That's a
Dario
cool
Fuck.
name.
Dario, fuck, I lost my sleeve out there.
Does he have a last name?
Yeah, it's
Apparently, he's
Rosso.
got 2 names.
I get half a point. How's that?
Yeah, fine.
He's just the
And-
mean guy who yells at me. It won't come out of the van.
And since, I'll remind you, since Kitten got number 4, it's Riku from Kingdom Hearts. So it's just 2 and 1.
Sean, have you played Mass Effect?
I've played the first 2.
Okay. Do you remember any of the names of the characters?
Oh man.
His name is Ghost. He looks like
It's
a ghost.
been so long.
Grant's Brown.
I mean, she does not look familiar at all. I know there was
Yes,
a character of that race that started with like a Z. Rosso, that's what it is. God damn it.
Zebra.
I prefer Dario Fuck. I think that's a
Yeah, that is
snazzier
better.
Oh my
name.
god.
He's getting a rename. Official.
Dario
Okay,
Sleeve Man.
What if we call the bed one chick, call them Alien Fuck? Just to keep the theme
There we
going. I don't know. That's my answer is I don't know.
No, Asari's a different race. I think. Because I know,
Okay.
I can remember a character, Tally. She was a Asari, I think.
Not a sorry.
Liara. That does not have a Z in it, but that's what I was thinking of.
It is not Liara.
Oh, fuck.
You're staticky.
Yeah, I don't know where that keeps coming from.
Buzz,
It's me, I
buzz,
think.
bitch.
Buzz, buzz. Is it loud?
Yeah, it
It's
can
getting
be.
louder.
Is your mic on the way out, Sean?
Yeah, I'm afraid it might be. I'm hoping it's the cord or my interface, but I haven't had time to fuck around with it. But something's awry.
All right, just to put this one to bed. So, bed 1 is Morinth from Mass Effect 2, or Morinth, Morinth. Bed 2 is Awaka, the 23rd from Final Fantasy.
Waka waka waka.
Waka 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 waka. I should make a joke
Osaka.
of that. Someone put it in the World Discord, Final Fantasy Machinima.
It's time for
Wankerland.
Africa.
Or waka waka, making the Pac-Man. And also, since you said zebra, I had the idea. It's like when you do a Resident Evil 6 Machinima, like looking for Deborah. Deborah, where are you? Zebra! Zebra!
That scene is already written, man.
Okay, good. All right, so there is gameplay, but that's kind of a long game, so I don't know if you want to do that.
We'll probably save that one for another time. Is the mic better? Is it still doing that?
It's better.
Yeah.
It's still there, but better.
All right.
Doesn't seem like there's a bit of buzzing.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully that continues to be the case. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go back in time to the Machina Mamas. Where were we? That's the news. That's not what I want.
No more news. It's all
Oh yeah,
bad.
and that, yeah, please, for the love of God. Yeah, and then just to kind of put a bow on that video, if you do like that video that we watched, head on over to Gaming Scarecrow and give him a sub and a like. Maybe you can bring him back with some love, and he'll come back to YouTube and make more shitty but great videos. You never know. No, like I mean shitty in the best way possible. It was that era, you know. I have shitty videos from that era.
Encourage him to come back and make shitty things.
Yeah, so Machinima talk. Since we have another Machinimator with us today, I want to use that as an excuse to talk about my passion, our passion, and get his perspective on the craft. So first, a couple questions directly for you, Scott. How did you get started doing Machinima, and when did that happen?
Well, one could possibly maybe say that a little person known as Sean, who just so happens to be on this very podcast, might have had a big, or would have been, is one of the big inspirations behind why I wanted to make a Machinima to begin with.
Oh, shucks.
Duel is up there, Raccoon City Stories. Those are the two big ones for me that really grabbed my attention, as it were. With a little sprinkling of Red versus Blue, and I don't know if anybody's watched it. It's a less known one, Freeman's Mind, which is it's really good. I'd recommend checking it out. But yeah, Duel and Raccoon City Stories were the ones for me that really captured my imagination and made me go, you know what? I really want to try this. Because unlike with like Red versus Blue, which was like a big crew of people, watching your Machinima gave me the confidence to realize that, wow, like one person can kind of bring this stuff alive rather than like a giant crew. Obviously not including actors, but because I feel like the Red versus Blue peeps, they were all involved in some way with like the directing and all of that stuff. But you gave me the confidence to realize that, you know, one person can also create this stuff, and that's what got me interested in doing it.
No, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad to have influenced somebody who's going out there and making even more good shit. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Plus, the Red versus Blue, they were just a couple of guys playing Halo before they were a big production, and they were just like crouching and teabagging each other. And when you crouch and it like lifts the body up, they were like we should make a joke with this. And like that's apparently like stuff like that is what sparked the whole thing. So they did start as just a little group of like just a few guys.
Yeah.
And like why is a Warthog called Warthog?
Well, that's how it starts. It's just like you get one simple idea for a joke and it kind of expands into something bigger. I think my Machinima, I had 3 main jokes written down in the original script, and it just kind of blossomed from there. So yeah.
That's what it was, by the way. That's what I had in my brain, Zora, Tally Zora. I was fusing multiple characters together. Not to interrupt you, sorry, but I just had to put that out.
No, it's all good.
But no, that's
you know
really
you could
cool.
lose the picture now, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bright.
Whoops, my bad, my bad.
Zora, fish
Thank
people.
you for pointing that out. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, that's awesome. So what are your tools of the trade? Video editor, mic, capture. What hardware do you use to make it all happen? And software.
So I'm on DaVinci Resolve. I might move on to a different program in the future. Not that DaVinci Resolve is bad. I think it's a pretty good one for people who want like just free software to.
Oh, it's free?
Start off. Yeah. You can, like, some of the things are locked off. Like you can't make like 4K videos or anything like that. You have to buy the pro. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm just going to call it the pro version. But that's the main editing software that I use. I spent a lot of time saving up for a movie microphone, a Sennheiser 416, which is like $1,000, I think. It's pretty expensive. It's ridiculous. But I wanted to get into filmmaking in other areas as well, like making like video game reviews. But I just reached this point now where I'm really, really into making machinimas. Like, I feel like that's my calling in life. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you use any like additional external software that you do anything else with, or is it just kind of mainly DaVinci for now?
It's mainly DaVinci, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, what about capture? How do you do your capture?
Oh, OBS for capture.
It's a popular one. It works well.
Well, if it ain't broke, it's not worth fixing. So yeah, that's the one I go with.
This is very true. What is the hardest part of machinima in your opinion? Getting the lines recorded.
So I'm about to contradict myself a little bit because I had 3 jokes in mind, like I said. But the hardest part for me is actually writing jokes beyond like a couple of like what I call observation jokes. Because in that episode 1 of the machinima I made, like I had the joke with the elevator in mind, the joke with the surveillance camera, and the one where you played the role, the Dylan role. Those are the 3 main ones. But I'm good at observing silly things while I'm playing a game. But I'm not so much great at like writing jokes just in my head in a what's the word? Stumbling. I'm just not great at writing jokes generally. So that's been the hardest part, is trying to figure out what's funny. My strengths are basically in banter. I know how to write bantery dialogue, which is why Snake in Metal Gear Silly is such an asshole to every other character. But that's also an influence from you because Leon in Duel is a bit of a pain in the butt. Some people could say he's a bit of a meanie. But you still love him anyway because he's really funny. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Like there's some jokes that'll just be like you said, observational. It's like you'll see something in the game or whatever, and it'll just come to you like naturally, and it just kind of, you build off of that, and like that can be super easy. And then it's like you're trying to bridge 2 of those jokes together with what goes in the middle.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is not easy. Sometimes that can be a fucking bitch. So yeah, I totally get that. What's your favorite part of making machinima? What do you enjoy the most? You big editing guy? You like the writing?
Weirdly enough, it's the credits. It's
What?
just that feeling of like,
done, huh?
yeah, exactly. It's like that feeling of elation when I've finished creating something. I'm like, I can just sit back and just make these credits because they're so easy. It's like I save the easiest for last. But I do like the rest of mostly the rest of what goes into a project. The only things I don't like doing, I don't know if this is going to be another question of yours, is audio mixing, audio editing, because that's probably my biggest weakness, I would say. Because something that gave me a whole new appreciation for machinima makers is the fact that you, for the most part, I feel like most people have to like fill in all the audio manually, just completely mute the gameplay, fill in every single like footstep a character makes, every single gunshot and all of that stuff, which I didn't even realize until I started making Metal Gear Silly. So that wasn't fun. So yeah, that's my least favorite part of it.
What's almost just as bad as the process of doing that is just knowing that like everybody has that same perspective, that no one realizes or appreciates the work that you have to put in to do that. And it's not even their fault. It's just like if you're doing your job well, that's what you want. You don't want it to stand out. You want it to just be natural. But to get there, it's a lot of fucking work.
But yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys have answered this. Do you have a hardest machinima thing that you dislike or that's really difficult for you to do?
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I find the script fairly easy to do, actually. Just like, as Scott said, you could have 3 jokes and you can put them to paper, but then you got to fill in the rest of the things, and I find that somewhat easy. The only thing is, when I'm writing my script, sometimes I forget to put in a word, and I just send it out to you guys, and you just read it verbatim. And I'm like,
sometimes,
why didn't you say this? Because I didn't actually write it in the fucking script.
Well, to be fair, like sometimes there's a reason for that. Like there might be a visual gag or something going on, so like they kind of have to read it for what it is.
Yeah, and that's my fault. But yeah. I think you guys have gotten a lot better. It's just like, oh, this is Alec. He's like, he's probably forgot this word, so I'll do this take and I'll do that take without the word and something.
We're here for you.
And the worst bit would be definitely the audio balance, although I say I probably got a bit better at doing that now. And then it is video editing, putting the fucking sounds, repeated walking sounds over and over again. It's like, you could be editing, it's like, you're pretty sure you put it in, and then once you go away, you re-watch it, and like, fuck, I missed a step. Do I really want to go back and edit? Fuck it.
I can't tell you how many times that happened to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, steps of the dinosaurs, and like, right, okay, so I need something that sounds a little bit heavier when they're walking, and right, okay. And then it came to the T-Rex, like, fuck, I need something even louder. I'm like, fucking hell. Oh, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, Lee makes up a good point there. He brings up a good point there with technical issues because, yeah, that's probably up there for me. I can't count how many times I've lost progress because I didn't fucking save and something crashed. I mean, this very project that I'm working on, I've been dealing with that multiple times over. So like, it's ever persistent for me. And I try to save more, but it just like even that'll bite me in the ass. I've talked about this before too, where it's like there'll be like some minor like adjustment I'll try to make that will shift the entire project over, and I'll save that. So yeah, I don't know what to do with myself. But I try to minimize the loss as much as possible, but it's always there, and I don't like it.
What about you, Jazz?
The hardest part? Yeah, probably like audio volume balancing, to try to like make everybody's lines blend in well enough to the same volume. Because I know like sometimes somebody tries to balance their volume on their own, and I'm like, just record and send. Don't like add any editing, because I like then I have to work around that with people's raw lines. And then on the other side of it, there's like you said, like finding all the audio. Like if I'm looking at Irrelevation specifically, I could mute the voices and the music in the game, but for some reason when you mute the music, you mute the cutscene, and the cutscene is just one audio like thing. So you can't like mute just the voices and the music in the cutscenes. So it's like you either have all the audio of the cutscene or none at all. So I have to add like the footsteps and the shit in the cutscenes, which I'm like, okay, I have to balance that out to match the volume of like the game when I'm transitioning from one to the other. And that was a little bit of a challenge. But one challenge I had was like, how do I get more out of what I have in the game? But I feel like I overcame that obstacle by like whenever Jill turns around and she's in a different room, or like she goes through a door and it's a different room than what the game actually gives me. I'm like, I've expanded like that, and you can't really tell sometimes. Like she'll walk through a door and then I'm playing the game and I'm like, that's not where this leads. And I'm like, oh right, because I'm like, wait a minute. So I kind of overcame one of my own obstacles, but yeah. But my biggest obstacle is motivation. Like I have to start and then I'm like, okay, I'm in it, but just getting back to a project is like lately. I'd say within the last year, it's been hard for me to get back into things, but the more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, I want to pick this up. Like the Plague Tale project, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been working on that. I can do this. Just think about the horse. Just like, look after your brother. I have a brother. Like,
you gotta do it.
The jokes just come naturally with like the expressions. Well, you know how I write my scripts, right? Just like I edit the video and then I write the script to the lip movements, so it's like the expressions write the jokes for me, because everybody looks stupid to me in cutscenes.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too, and
yeah.
It's great. Like sometimes it's like automatic. It's like you see the mouth movement, and you're just like, oh, they're saying that, and then yeah.
And when characters just stare at each other, you're like, this is a fart joke. This is a fart joke that's about to happen. They just stare at each other and then like there's a disapproving look, and you're like, yep. Actually, I have a machinima based all around that. That's coming soon.
Oh shit!
It's great.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, both Alec and I want to know how you manipulated the camera in a few shots of your Metal Gear machinima. Did you use a mod or a glitch in the game to move the camera at any point?
So I recorded all of my footage through DuckStation, so a PS1 emulator. And there's a free cam mode that you can use on DuckStation that allows you to, manipulate the camera to be wherever you want it to be. I was like kind of messing around with it and kind of experimenting with it, and I was like, oh, you know what? This shot here might look a little better if I move the camera, things like that. There's actually going to be a lot more of that in episode 2, because I feel, again, a lot more confident using the free camera now. But yeah, it can also be tough because it's a pretty rigid system, having to move the camera exactly where you want it to be. You got to use these sliders, and it's just it's a long process, but I feel like it's worthwhile because I think it does add something.
Yeah, it can add a lot, but yeah, it's a whole other beast, in terms of like everything, like in terms of like, I mean, it's essentially adding a whole new role into the process, because you're a fucking cinematographer. You're figuring out where the fuck the camera's going to be and how you want to frame the scene and because that's going to completely change what it looks like and how it feels. So yeah, it's a big difference.
Does that come with all the PlayStation 1 games or DuckStation?
I'm not sure. I've only used it with Metal Gear Solid 1 so far. It's a good question. I should try it out.
Now you said your source. I'm like, because at the end of Fighting Force, or I'm sorry, Fisting Force, it's like you control your character. You're beating up the last guy, and the camera just turns around because this place is so small. It just constantly turns around as if you're playing fucking Dino Crisis 3. Like,
God.
just like, and I'm just like, okay, if that works, the duck station thing, that might help a lot. So, you got to be pondering. I have some emanation things.
See, the way you're stroking your beard there is more evil than anything. He's got evil plans afoot.
That's Alec.
Should I stroke something else? Would that be less evil?
No!
I have been thinking more about Fisting Force actually, because like I might have changed the plot a little bit. So yeah, it'd be interesting.
Is that the next project for Alec?
I still want to do a Final Fantasy or Wankerland. I think that's what I called it. But now you're doing Metal Gear, I'm like, yeah, because I did have ideas for Metal Gear Spunk, but I'm just like, well, if you're going to do Metal Gear, I'll put that on hiatus for a while. But yeah, I must admit, when I was watching your Metal Gear Silly thing, it was like, you paid attention to things, and I just like, when did I think of that? It's like the thing in the corner, the like forklift. I was like, when did I think of that?
Man, with season 2 of Duel, I need to like dial myself back from doing that. I'm like, every time I see something, I'm like, oh, I could do something with that, and I just need to be like, stop it, stop. You have enough. Move on. But yeah, doing that's a lot of fun. I love working off of the assets in the game and just playing off of it. It's great.
Oh, you know
Another
what?
issue.
Sorry, you go.
It's
ahead.
another issue?
No, you go ahead.
I just realized another thing that I struggled with immensely. And that was timing the gameplay with the guard movements in the levels so that things lined up like exactly. Like when I get to the top of that staircase and Sean comes in with his voiceover, that took probably like 15 takes, all of that gameplay sequence, and also reaching the camera in time so that it turns exactly where Snake stands. And then I manipulated the recording to rewind and go forward at the same time, which gave him his head tilting animation as he's talking, Snake. That I actually, now that I think about it, that was probably one of the hardest parts. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought you just like move the camera and then you just kind of like moved him back and forth to get that. That's interesting.
No, it's like a cutscene almost, and yeah, Snake talks. He moves his head a little bit, and I had to reverse the gameplay.
Wow, you did a really good job. It's really smooth.
Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. It's been fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Nice. What were you saying, Jazz?
Oh, just like you brought up another issue with machinima making in the recording of the footage. It's when you're walking through like a town or a village or like a city or something, and you just like you spot so many like silly looking NPCs that you're like, oh, I could like this conversation could happen here, or this or like, but you're like, fuck, like this is supposed to be like a 10-15 second moment of walking through for the machinima, but there's too many fucking jokes to make.
Yeah, wait
So,
till you see
that's an
season
issue.
2. Like I leaned into that a little much.
I know
But I think
how
it's
big
good.
I know how big the fucking shanty town in RE5 is. I can imagine. Like,
Well, I didn't realize how big it was until I was wandering around in it fucking writing shit.
why do you think it's been suggested to me to make machinimas with the reboots of Tomb Raider, and I'm dreading even starting
man.
that because I'm like, those games are big. I know them well
Mhm.
enough to make my way around, but Jesus Christ, there's so many things I could do with it. Even like the 2-year project of a Halloween special that I've been working on, have scripted, have recorded, like it's a lot because I keep wanting to add stupid jokes to it every year when I go to like make sure I have all the clips, because it just keeps expanding and I'm like, just do it. Stop adding. You have everything. You have it written. Damn
That's
it.
so
it's just
fucking relatable.
because in that game, like you put her in a stupid like little costume with the horns. Like you put this Lara in the game for a Halloween thing, and then she just becomes the biggest dumbass. And it's just so great. Like it just becomes so stupid. I like how the puppet's just there.
It's
So-
ready for action whenever.
She's just there. I'm like, when you put the horns, oh wait, she's looking right at me. Right next to Carla.
Speaking of horns.
Horn buddies.
Yeah, and
I
Scott,
like-
you mentioned that you were trying to like write things so that
how you
like
look.
they kind of match the gameplay exactly within it. Like you're trying to get to the stairs and you're trying to fill that space. Like that's something that happens to me constantly. Where like when I'm writing something, a lot of times I'll try to like verbally like I'll write it out and like I'll speak it to the gameplay to make sure that it actually matches the length of time in the video. So I'm like, what could go wrong, right? It's perfect. I fucking said it. It's going to fit because I fucking said it in that time frame.
Yeah.
And I record it and then I go back. No, not even fucking close. So
Maybe it's the
fucking
other way
annoying.
around. Not
Yeah.
the other way around. You have the video footage. You have the script. You like rewatch the footage over and over, and you're saying the script, and then you get the line from the voice actor, and you're like, their timing is off. You're like, no, do it again, but like say this word a little slower, and they're like, what? No. Give me like 5 takes. You listen to the 5 takes, and you're like, none of them are well timed, and I don't want to redo the video. We're just gonna go with another voice.
Yeah, you're done.
Sorry, we're gonna
You're
go with
fired.
someone else.
You're fired.
Sorry, that was
The
great,
joy-
but we're gonna go with another option. Thank you for coming.
The joys of having old games to make into machinima. You don't have to worry about the lip sync because they're just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it's just gestures with their limbs.
I can't get the door open.
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
wait to
Way
get
easier to write for that. And that's been a fucking experience for me too with Resident Evil 5 because like this is the most like high fidelity machinima that I've really done in terms of like graphics and like facial animation and stuff. So like lip sync has been a whole different beast to get right.
Yeah,
So
that one's rough.
yeah, it's been wild. But
It's Revelations was designed for the 3DS, so I find like the lips syncing to the original dialogue isn't like it's not over expressive. So I got away with some things. But RE5, like the Halloween special,
oh, that's right.
getting-
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
getting Max and getting Jill's lines was fine because she was wearing the bird mask for most of it, and then she was just bouncing around for the rest of it, and then dying for the end of it. But getting Max and Shayla's lines to sync up and Wesker was like, oh boy, this game is really detailed. Jesus, this is a difference. So
Very
I can
different.
imagine like a whole ass machinima for that. Like I just had what is it, like 5-10 minutes? You have more than
Hours.
5-10 months.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But also I can see like just that little short machinima that I made took me a while, and I can just imagine your struggle because you do a lot more editing than I did. The worst editing I had for that one was just getting because Shayla's audio was like a different quality, and I had to like tone it down and match it, and that was the most struggle. Everything else was, and recording Max's lines because we were just fucking around and goofing off the whole time. Never put me and Max in a fucking call to record Chris and Jill lines because it's ridiculous. It just becomes literally like the Residents all over again.
In real life.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What does the future look like for you? What projects do you hope to take on, Scott?
Ooh, future-wise,
Silent Hill remake.
Oh God.
Make it better.
You know what? Actually, I kind of like that idea.
I like the crazy bitch.
could
The
work.
crazy bitch in the fucking graveyard at the start. Where's my mother? Where's my mom? Mother.
Future wise, I'm just kind of coasting it right now, just trying to like on cruise control with the Metal Gear Silly. I do want to make some more like video game reviews and stuff because I do enjoy doing that kind of stuff as well. You kind of, in fact, this whole podcast has kind of made me want to maybe make a video based on all the bad news around Sony, Nintendo, all of that stuff.
There's a lot to pull from.
You could do some news segments so we can play it and then boop.
Ooh, maybe. But yeah, just right now, enjoying the moment, enjoying this this momentum I've got with this machinima because it's just been so much fun. It's been the most fun project I've done so far. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to do too. Is like I don't know, overload your plate. I guess. Yeah, overexert. It's better to do a thing, focus on that, get done with it, and then move on. And like you're still in the early stages of that. So like,
yeah.
I was just curious if you had any like, you know, like these are the 3 that I want to do, and like Metal Gear was like the first one or something like that.
I know me and West have spoken very briefly on the idea of him possibly doing a Code Veronica machinima.
Now's the time, baby.
I know that I'm trying to motivate him and get him to write a script because, like, when you've never written a script before, it can feel very daunting. Getting into something that you haven't done before, but once you like I said, you pick up that momentum and you start to get used to it. It just, you know, it comes very naturally. It gets a lot easier to do. So if I can help him make that thing, that would be cool. But as it is right now, just Metal Gear for the time being for me.
Do you kind of have like a general idea of like how many episodes it's going to be or how many you want it to be?
So, taking a trick from Raccoon City Stories book, where, like I told you earlier, I might steal a teleportation joke just to move the game along to future segments, so that it's not outstaying its welcome in certain parts. Because some parts there's just not a lot going on, and you just want to get past them because you want to get to the more fun stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways to skip parts of the game so that it's more enjoyable to watch. But in terms of length, it's about like a 5-hour game, I think. It's not long, Metal Gear Solid. So if each episode is like 20 minutes long, it's probably going to be around 15 episodes-ish, maybe, possibly. Something like that. Oh God, I've lost my voice.
No.
My voice!
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable projection, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that like it really kind of depends too, like how much you want to live in the environment. You know what I mean? Like, because there's multiple ways you can go about it. If you're just kind of going off of like mainly cutscenes and like some filler, or you could go like, I mean, most of the storytelling could happen outside of that, and then you're layering the cutscenes on top, which could make it like fucking way longer. Yeah. Have you thought about that, or are you kind of going based off of the length of the cutscenes?
I do. Yeah. With this second episode, I've definitely had to cut down the cutscenes because you know Metal Gear Solid. Anybody who's played Metal Gear Solid knows how long they go on for. But
no.
What are you talking about?
It's never won any Guinness World Record.
One thing to be fair is that like I think a lot of that runtime is codec conversations, and I can't imagine you're using all of that. So that's got to take a big chunk out right there, right?
It does. The codec stuff is a little bit annoying though, because it's like when I'm editing it in DaVinci, it's like 6 layers because I have to get the I don't even know how to explain it. So in the original codec calls, there's like this weird kind of line that goes up and down the faces, which is so problematic. So I've had to make, I'm trying to, what's the easiest way to explain this? I've had to try and mix together like 5 different different versions of the codec on top of each other, like stacked, to get rid of those lines. It's really complicated and difficult to explain. I wish I was more articulated, but that's been a nightmare, actually.
It's
You're making me think of other parts of the machinima that are hard. Now I don't know which one's the hardest.
It's funny too, because like little shit like that you fucking agonize over, like no one's even gonna know that, but like you're gonna know. So it's like every time you see it, like you have to come to terms with like, am I okay, like enduring this every time I watch this, or do I want to address it? Because like really, at the end of the day, it really only matters to you. But like I get so caught up in that shit, like I have to feel comfortable with it from my perspective. Like just knowing it's there, I'm not okay with that. I've got to correct it, even though no one gives a shit but me.
Yeah.
I had that with one scene in Dino Super Crisis where Regina and Rick are going up in the elevator. I wrote too much script for Rick. And it's like, so the elevator is only like there for 15 seconds, but I put too much script, and Diz has already sent her lines, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to cut them out. So there's a bit where Rick is going up, and like, well, they're not going up anymore. I have to reverse the clip to make it longer. And the problem is, if you're reversing it, the elevator is going down. And like, okay, I have to zoom in on Rick. Still going. While they have a conversation about fucking ducks.
For the ducks.
Yep. I made my peace with at some points you just have to cut out some of the dialogue that you wrote, because it's like, okay, this scene feels like it's dragging on, and as fun as I feel like my joke was, I don't have the footage to, like, the footage is too long, and even if I slow down the clip a little bit, it's gonna show too much, so I just have to cut it. Like, I can make another joke somewhere else. I learned that the hard way.
I run into that a lot too, where like, I mean, even just like the little shit I want to keep in, because I mean, it took me time and energy to fucking write that. Like, not all, I mean, it's not even just that. It's like I recorded footage for that. I fucking wrote that. I recorded the lines for that. I put it in the timing. Like, I want to fucking keep this, but like, you gotta be able to draw that line and just be like, no, like you gotta just fucking take it out, because it's gonna be better without it. And it's like, you just gotta throw away that time and effort, and it sucks. But like, to get something that has good pacing and just overall has the quality that you want, like, you need to, sometimes you gotta just sacrifice that shit, and it sucks. It hurts.
But then the counter to that is that perhaps it doesn't fit in there, but then you can use those lines for filler for a bit that you didn't script for, and it turned out longer. So like, this is ages ago, Jazz, in your outtakes for the outside residence when you're crashing into.
I didn't record outtakes for you to use on purpose. Okay? I was laughing
so well.
at the line.
It came out really well, and it filled in the blank really well. So happy little accents.
Yeah, that I've run into that a lot too, where it's like sometimes you can recycle or repurpose lines in like later sections, because you know, we talked about sometimes it's like, okay, well, you wrote this to fill this spot, and sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough, and then sometimes you can kind of throw it in there to fill that spot, which is nice. I feel like that's pretty rare, but it happens, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, and then the next few are pretty much for everybody. Do you have a signature element that you put into your machinima, something that's kind of uniquely you, or that you kind of own?
I think I do. And I think I just said it.
Yeah, go ahead. Kick us off.
The outtakes.
Using the outtakes in the actual fight. Yeah, that's definitely a you thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always like, careful what outtakes you send Alec, because they might end up being intakes.
Yeah.
And your typos. That's another. That's another one.
Yeah.
The stupid thing is, I remember when I'm writing the Metal Gear Solid one in particular,
I send you the. It was supposed to be
Edifications.
Yeah, and it comes out with medifications, and I end up saying it. And like, well, now this is the thing. So
You know, even if I'm home alone, sometimes in the morning it's like 5 a.m. and I'm getting ready for work, and I'm like, oh, I can't forget my medifications. Like I'll say that to myself just to be like a little booster in the morning to wake up. I'm like, ooh, medifications.
Nice.
The sniper wolf.
Yeah, you should cast her for a sniper wolf. She does crazy.
Okay, all you didn't really give me many lines, so that's not really a reference to give.
Yeah, but
she's a
it
good
really
sniper
works.
wolf. She's the best at going. Like, that's not a. That was my debut as a scorpion.
Yeah, I have to send you some ideas that I've had for Metal Gear, so then you can, if you want them, you can incorporate them.
I can't think of signature because I haven't really had like recurring things. Why are you giving me that look?
Because I'm trying to think of.
No, Sean went like, and I thought it was
Well,
like a
no.
look of like, really, bitch.
No. I never really thought about it like that. But like, I mean, Irrelevations is like an ongoing. Like we made it to 3 episodes.
Well,
I feel like that.
The recurring joke in there is Jill just not remembering people's names. And I
Yeah,
feel like that's just because I always fuck up people's names.
I mean, sometimes that's where it comes from. Real life
Yeah,
inspires
I
art.
use my real life, like, me. I put a lot of me in my characters. That's why they often come out dumb.
Yeah, and don't you tend to like write roles for people specifically sometimes?
I do. I tend to write roles with specific people in mind. Like I knew the teacher in Jody Goes to School was gonna be Alec because I'm 100% picturing this like teacher cowering in the corner of like a burning class and then just going fucking mental. I'm like, Alec, you're gonna be this guy because he's gonna be like an evil teacher possessed and just beating the shit out of Jody with like desk drawers and shit. And he's gonna be obsessing about batteries for his Game Boy. I'm like, because I was already picturing Alec's voice, just like, so yeah, I do tend to write a lot of the scripts and the jokes with like the person saying it in my head for most characters. Sometimes for a lot of extras, I'm like, no, I don't know who I'm gonna get to do this one because it's just the joke's just there. But a lot of times the lines are being written and I'm hearing the voices in my head.
You're hearing voices in your head.
Voices.
Seek help.
Like I can almost hear the machinima like as I'm writing it. Like the RE6, like I know me and Shayla have gone over the script a lot, but like RE6, a lot of scenes between Helena and Leon, like we're hearing it because like it's RCS Leon, so it's just like him being like, I make a mean grilled cheese, and we're like, how hard is it to make or peanut butter sandwich, and like how hard is it to make a peanut butter sandwich, and he's like, I just need the right like frying pan and spatula. It's like, what? Like, so I feel like that's gonna be a lot of fun because like it's just me and you recording, so it's like we can have a lot of fun with it.
Awesome. Yeah, you're lucky because like sometimes that'll happen for me where I like have a person or a voice in mind. I think it's more likely that I'll have a person in mind than a voice, which kind of gets me into trouble because it's like I want to write this for this person,
but not their voice.
Does the voice work? You know what I mean? Yeah, like and like I mean I've even run into that with myself where I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna do this role. But can I? You know what I mean? It's just I always struggle with that. It's more like I can hear what I want it to sound like, but not necessarily the voice. Just it's more like the cadence, the delivery, the emotion, and stuff like that. I can all see that very clearly in my mind, but the actual sound of the person's voice, who fucking knows?
Well, I don't want not to cut you off, but like that's an example for like Steve. Like I had cast you for Steve, but I'm still having I want Steve to sound similar to regular Steve, but also like with your twist on it. And in my head, I'm like, but like I'm just hearing like Leon. I'm still just Leon because you've always been Leon.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when I try to do a different role, and I'm like, but I'm just like picturing Jill, and I'm like, how am I gonna switch that to Helena without making Helena sound like Jill? And it's like, but like, eh.
Yeah.
And in Degeneration, I'm like, well, shit, because like Helena sounds just like Angela, so I don't give a shit about that. It's just Laura Bailey sounding like Laura Bailey, so it's like, well, I could just sound like me. But yeah.
That's the problem I had with the Metal Gear Silly. It was like, there's nothing wrong with it, but like, when I was listening to it, I was like, all right, that's Gale. Why is Gale in Metal Gear? What the fuck?
Where did Gale come from? He has multiple jolly moonlights.
He's got so blind, he's ended up in a fucking torpedo.
That's just the range. We have ranges.
Yeah, he's
That's
so
why sometimes
high,
I'm like, yeah, except he's like, can you do an accent? I just want to give an accent just to differentiate a little bit. Just to give a little bit of a challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like, can you do an accent?
Yeah. Can you? What about you, Scott? Do you have any kind of signatures or anything you think you do kind of uniquely that's you?
I want to say no because I don't feel like I'm smart enough for that.
Oh, wow. It's probably too early for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Noise.
Yeah, it is too early. I don't know. Maybe down the line I'll get one, but
yeah.
for now I'm not sure if I do have one.
Yeah, because I think it's just something that happens naturally. Like you don't plan to be like, I'm gonna do this. You know, it's a thing that just kind of manifests.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you, Sean?
For me, I mean, in the early days, I'd say it was probably like the whole gritted teeth thing. Like, I know that was like a lot of people like that initially, but like, I never even intended for that to be like, I didn't think about that being a thing that people would even notice or that I was even doing it. It just kind of became like this thing that people recognized. And I ended up moving away from that because like, I kind of became self-conscious of it. I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. Why? Stop.
I think it's just because he was so angry that it sounded like he was gritting his teeth.
Yeah, and I just subconsciously was doing that, and like as I learned like the craft more and like how to emote and act better, I kind of naturally and consciously moved away from it, because obviously when you're fucking gritting your teeth, it limits your range and what you can do acting wise. So like it just kind of would inevitably go away, but that was definitely something early on. Lots of swearing for me. I don't know if you noticed. That's probably a thing that I do that could be tied to me. And then more recently, kind of just implementing like more animation kind of things, like doing external assets and animating them to kind of do more unique storytelling themes and jokes and stuff like that. I've been having a lot of fun with that recently. I'm really interested to see what people think of that, but yeah, it's kind of my stuff for now. Yeah, it's kind of evolving over time.
I think one thing that you do really well, Sean, is like you mentioned a little earlier, is you're so aware of like what is in your scene that like you can have like the randomest little villager in the background and you give him something really random to say. Like he'll just be like 10 guys over here and they're like talking all at once and this guy's just be like, what's going on? Or like something like that, like in a distance. Like you're so aware of everything. You're like, I need this guy to say something. Yeah, like one guy walks away and he's just like, I don't like this. Or like something like something random like that. Like
yeah, I feel like
this is my favorite song.
Everyone has a voice.
It's kind of a detriment too. Like it kind of bites me in the ass because like, especially with fucking season 2, there's so many fucking goddamn villagers on screen at once. And I'm trying to, it's so hard to write because I, like you said, yeah, like I'm always trying to make like everybody, if somebody gets shot, I want them to make a noise. And if there's somebody on screen, I want them to fucking say something. And like, even when I do try to do that, there's just so much that it's fucking like, you can't hear what anybody's saying because there's too much shit going on. So now I've got to figure out like, okay, well, who do I want to pick? Because we can't do that anymore. We have to do this differently. So that's kind of been an interesting thing that I've had to deal with that I hadn't before. Because yeah, with 4 is typically a handful of villagers, you know, like 4, and I could juggle that pretty easily in terms of like giving everybody a line that doesn't conflict with another. But that is not the case anymore. So it's been interesting figuring out how to get through that.
I would say the RCS zombies do that really well. They're like, stop it, Frank, you're off time.
Frank.
No, they're just older Franks.
All right. I mean, I guess this one's kind of similar, but I had. Do you have any what I would call uncommon or unorthodox approaches to creating machinima?
Ooh.
It's kind of similar, but more in terms of like actually making the machinima itself. Kind of like me, I guess it goes back to like putting in like external assets and manipulating those within there. I feel like that's something that I do I don't think I've ever seen in anything else. And I kind of try to do that specifically of like, I look at things of like, well, how can I be different? Like, what's something that I haven't seen before? How can I approach this in a way that is funny, but unique and that I haven't seen anywhere else? But yeah, do you have anything like that? And this is open to everybody, of course. I'll have a lot more of these when we get through this season, by the way.
I've said mine.
Yeah.
I think for me, it depends if I'm playing a game and like, especially with Dino Supercross. I know I keep harping on about it, but like, when I first started to come up with it, I was like, Regina. There's a Regina costume in Resident Evil 3. I could use that somewhere, and it's not a part of Dino Super Crisis at all. And then it became the Jesus statue somehow ended up coming up into it from RCS. I'm like, okay, well now I can use the Regina costume to go talk to the Jesus statue. So it's just when I'm playing these games, I'm like subconsciously thinking, all right, is there other material I could use as well to put it into the machinima some way? So I don't just play the one game. I think, okay, let's think about other games that are similar. Can I incorporate that into it?
What about you, Scott?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh God. I think I'm just lucky that I did Metal Gear Solid on PS1 because I haven't really seen that many other machinimas on it. So
Isn't
everything
that weird though? Like
Yeah,
I was thinking
it's-
about that too. You'd think that'd be like prime real estate, but no, there's not a lot.
So I feel like by default, anything I do kind of feels like a highlight, just because there's nothing else to compare it to.
Yeah.
But hopefully in the future, somebody can make like a better one than me and like the definitive Metal Gear machinima. But yeah, that's a hard one to answer. I don't think I have an answer.
Yeah, especially too. Again, it goes back to like you've done one. You know, like you're still learning all this shit and kind of designing your quirks and whatnot. So it's kind of unfair, I think. But so it's totally fine that you don't have anything yet. But I'm very interested to kind of see like where you go with things and what you end up doing with shit. And you seem to have a great sense of humor and good writing. So I'm really curious to see where all that goes. I think you're gonna do really good.
Shucks.
Do you think you'll do you do the other Metal Gear games?
I'd like to. It'll be a lot harder though. The one thing that instantly makes me go no is the codec, because now there's lip movements in Metal Gear Solid 2. So it's like, that's going to be a pain in the ass. At least with Metal Gear Solid 1, it's just static images and me manipulating the mouth a little bit. So, but I'll definitely like experiment and see what I can do. Whether or not I can make a machinima out of it, it's for now it's just up in the air. We'll have to let the future decide.
Fair enough. All right. Any other comments or thoughts or anything you guys want to touch on that I didn't bring up?
Marmite is awesome.
I will kill you.
On the on your last question for there's one for Alec that Wait, I lost it. Wait.
Oh no.
Listen to the voices in your head. Get the answer that you need.
It was I know what the question was, but now it's like everything's jumbling. It was something unique. No, that was the question before. Remind me the question again so I can like spark my memory.
Just like uncommon or unorthodox approaches to creating machinima. Or the one before that.
No, that was it. And then I had one that Alec does that I noticed that he. Oh, right. Something that Alec does really often is whenever we're playing games or just hanging out in Discord calls and stuff like that. Like we do stupid voice like PUBG and stuff. We'd always do like the comrade and stuff like that. We always do like stupid voices, which sparks really dumb dialogue from us. And we always say like the dumbest random shit. Like Sean, because like when we were playing I think Baldur's Gate, like I kept saying really stupid shit because my brain just goes in like random mode and we would say random shit. Alec will write down like dumbass shit that we say, like one-liners, and he'll put them in machinimas. He's like, oh, I have to write that down and put that in there. And so like he'll like put like inside jokes, and by the time we see them in machinimas, I don't remember it. So it's so funny because he's like, yeah, like that was said like a long time ago, and it's like a lot of inside jokes that I don't remember. So like Alec will remember and write down like actual conversations in our groups just to put them in machinima. It's just like I don't fucking remember to do that shit. I keep saying it. I'm like, oh man, we should put that in machinima, and then like we don't, but Alec will write them down. Like, so that I feel like that's a unique thing that you do.
Probably another unique thing. Sorry, you carry on.
No, I was just gonna say like we say like we do voices and say we'll do them, but we don't remember the voice by the time we get there. That was all.
Probably another unique thing I do is I send out scripts, but I'm very lenient on what I get back. So I think sometimes when you send me stuff, I'm like, oh, that worked out a lot really better. So I'm like, okay. So I'm
like, how do you want this line? I don't care. Okay, thanks for the instructions, Alec.
And it comes out like, perfect.
Great. And you send Alec like a script and he sends you the line back with not the right words and you're like, no, it doesn't work both ways, Alec. I actually want those lines.
Yeah, I guess that's another thing for me too, is like I try to keep things as secret as I can in terms of like what the script looks like, and I'll try to just give each actor their own line so that they can watch it and kind of get to experience it like for their first time, like actually watching it like everybody else gets to. I try. I don't know if I can continue to do that with this current season, but that's been something that I've always liked to do in the past.
It depends.
I want to, but I want to share.
Yeah, and I mean that's tough too. Just like the desire to share it and be like, "Look at this, it's funny. Watch, let me know what you think." You know,
like, is this
you want
funny?
to do that. Yeah. So it's like it's kind of hard to approach things that way because you can't get any of that extra input or validation of like, "Oh, it made him laugh," haha. You know, because it's like you're keeping all that shit private until it actually comes out for the most part. So,
have you found that, Scott, when you're putting video editing together and you listen to the same joke for like 30 times?
Oh yeah, I had a conversation with Sean about this. One of the I even sent him like a clip of the machinima before it was done because I was listening to it over and over again. I got sick and tired of it, and I was like, "Dude, does this sound good? Because I'm not sure anymore. I can't enjoy this one scene." And he was like, "It was okay, you know, like it." You know, it was fine. I still think it's probably the weakest part of the machinima, just that one little scene. But
I mean, one thing you have to keep in mind too is like not everything can be gold, you know, and that's fine. There's going to be filler, and quite frankly, you kind of need that for the bright spots to stand out anyway, right? If everything's just like 100 fucking miles an hour all the time, like it's just all the same, you know. You need those ebb and flows to highlight the gems in there. So it's perfectly fine to have that.
Yeah. One last, unless we're way over, I don't want to drag it too long.
No, go ahead.
It's just because like I know we're talking about like our like unique things that we find that we do. Because I know I said like I record the footage, put it together where I find it's funny, and then write the script to the lip sync. But like another thing I find I do is I write scripts, forget about them, go back to read them like a month later. Forget the whole script, so when I'm reading it, I'm laughing my ass off because I forget, and I'm like, I didn't write this. This is fucking funny, and I'm like, I'm not funny like this, and so like I'm like, I want to show Sean, and I'm like copy pasting it to people. I'm like, what? Look at this. This is so stupid, and like gauging reaction by that. But like, I love that my memory is so bad that I could make a video like our machinima challenges, go back and watch it like the next week and just be like, I forgot about this. This is fun. Yeah. So rewatching machinimas over and over again, like sometimes can be really, really fun because I forget them. That's why like I have a hard time with reverse and remember like which episode of Duel is this. I'm like, I don't know which episode it is, but I know it's Duel and it's funny because but I won't be able to tell you which episode it is because like fucking, are you kidding me? One joke out of like how many episodes? I don't have the memory for a number.
I can't even tell you which one.
And you made it.
I know.
So yeah, like I'm like, no, but I could go back and rewatch it. And it's also like I don't remember the jokes a lot of times, but I'm like, oh well, I guess we need to rewatch it.
What a tragedy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Broken brains.
Broken brains are fun. All right, we're gonna skip over or nobody asked us this week because we gone a bit long, but it was a good sacrifice. We had a good talk. Machinima is amazing. Everybody here is making great stuff. Continue to do so. I want to see Machinima thrive, and everybody here creates really fun, interesting content. So yeah, definitely keep doing what you're doing. And if there's anything I can ever do, like I've been doing this for a while, I'm happy to help. There's not a lot of resources out there in terms of like learning anything in terms of like machinima because it's just not in the popular conversation. So I'm always here to help or give advice, or even if you want to just run something by me, like if you watched it 1,000 times and you don't think it's funny anymore, it's always good to bounce that off people.
I'd like to run one thing by you, but you're not going to like it.
Oh shit.
So what if your character of Dylan suddenly has a fetish for Marmite?
You son of a bitch.
You're the producer and writer. You don't ask him, you just do it.
Hey man, if you put it in there, I'll do it for you.
By
in the name of comedy,
he has to do it. Just remind him, any voice actor can be replaced.
Oh snap! Threats.
With Marmite.
All right. Good shit. Thank you for joining us, Scott. Appreciate it. Everyone, head over to Scott's YouTube channel, Pokajaba. Links in the description. Give him a sub.
It's been great fun. Thank you for having me on.
Of course.
Yeah, you've been very accommodating. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. We'll have to have you back on soon. Wow. All right.
I'm prepared to like you as a friend.
I'm preparing myself. My body is ready. All right, this has been episode 334. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast, Machinima, or any of the content at The Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can support us through patreon.com/TheWardProductions or right here on YouTube with super chats or memberships. Either way, we appreciate you being here. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Boy!
What the fuck?
What?
That's
Haven't